You know what time it is. Time for another open court discussion live in the Counselor's Corner. I'm your host, David Lorenzo Glover, aka the Controversial Counselor. Joining me is my co host, the Big Bad Wolf, Herb Lewis. You know the drill. If you want to join the panel, show up. We will be waiting. Don't be scared. Recap from this past Monday show where we discussed a compromised future. Please go back and check out the replay on the YouTube channel, The Controversial Counselor, along with the reels on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and IG. Now, let's get down to business for tonight, February 12th. The topic will be scenario based. I did not sign up for this shit. Check out this scenario and let's discuss some thoughts and feelings about it. My wife of 8 years quit her job because she said, I make six figures. I would be okay with that, but she has three kids from her previous relationship that she expects me to fully take care of while their father lives his best life. She had her job When she had her job, I was okay with him doing nothing. But now that she quit, I'm not willing to take care of everyone while she sits home and does nothing. I told her she needs to get a job because I'm not taking care of her and her kids. She's my wife, but I didn't sign up for dummy mission. If you were in my wife's position, would you get a job? I'm about to pack my shit and leave. Now let's look at four essential questions regarding the situation. Number one, men used to happily step into being a stepfather and taking on the financial responsibilities without any concerns. What has changed? Number two, do women want men to resume that same position? If so, then what must women do? Three, should women give custody to the father if she cannot provide for them? And four, is it okay for women to do what was done in this scenario? The table is set for another dynamic broadcast. Please like and share our video. And remember to tell someone to subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Controversial Counselor. Still sitting at about 831 subs. Trying to get to 850. Let's go. Not now, but right now. All right. So here we are. We're here live. Today was a long day. It's always long work day, especially after taking part in the Super Bowl festivities. But we're here nevertheless. It was a great game last night, down to the wire. Enjoyed it, and hey, I've been stirring the pot with the little as y'all call Usher little memes and stuff. And let me just say this, people. I do not really care. I just know it gets a rise out of y'all. I do not care about him curled up with Alicia Keys for real. I don't care about that. And him sliding up under somebody's leg, teabagging, talking about it's an old skate move. I don't care about that either. What I will say is, ain't nothing gonna convince me to go through no man's leg. No matter what type of move, it got to be another move than that. And ain't no man coming through my legs like that. So that part of the routine I ain't checking for. Thought I'd get that off my chest.
I'm gonna comment on one aspect of that. I don't give a damn about the teabagging incident, but I do. I wish I was my man touching Alicia Keys like that. That's all I'm gonna say. At
Mm.
least regarding that. But on a quasi bit more serious tip, we on this platform we talk about friends, family, getting together and showing support. Yesterday I went to my brother's house and I don't believe I actually mentioned this. Thanksgiving night, literally almost at stroke of midnight the next day, he had a long time friend of his, rodeo, transitioned into the afterlife. And his wife was there when I got there last night. And I'd forgotten how long it had been since I'd seen her. And it reminded me of what we don't do enough of, and that is we don't get together enough just in fellowship and friendship. We on this platform we talk about the Sunday dinner being what it was, and know that it's no longer what it is or what it should be. So I was happy to see her really, and as we all start to hit our early to mid 50s, depending on where you are. I'm getting to my mid 50s now. Um, I'm gonna challenge people, myself and everybody that's listening now, to start developing more friendships. Yesterday, for those who went to somebody else's house you didn't know anybody, that was a prime opportunity to expand your friendship, expand your circle of influence. And I want people to do this at the rate of 12 a year. And it sounds like a lot, but it isn't. One per year. I want everybody to make a new connection, a new friend, somebody that you vibe with. And I don't care if you vibe with them for sex, you vibe with them for companionship, business, or whatever the case is. Make another connection. Because, like Kevin Samuel said, you're only as strong as your network. And your network is, I do believe, your net worth. Dave and I, hooked up via this, and now look where we're going. And who knows where this is going to ascend to. But I owe that to him and everybody else that he's introduced me to. And I wouldn't get his up for anything in the world. I really wouldn't. So I want people to also do that. There was one other thing that I have here. Well, no, I guess that's it. Like I said, because the crux of what I really wanted to say was that helps everybody grow. I would say what's in your utility belt. Well, if you have an empty utility belt, i.e., friends, you are of no use to anyone. So be useful.
All right, all right. Got Kiki and Coco. What's going on, to Kenya? How you doing?
Hola, ¿cómo está? Don't ask me nothing else. That's all I know.
Oh, I was gonna say. No, mind
Coming
you,
out here like you Spanish.
You
I
been
was gonna
saying
say I
so
don't
yeah,
speak.
and I get that.
Hey, I encourage people to pick up a second language. My thing right now is to get back to my French and my
Yeah,
ASL. So hey, nothing
yeah,
beats a failure.
definitely. I'm
Thanks
here.
for joining us.
Yep.
Yeah, Tanya's gonna be. She's trying.
Who is this Joe?
Tanya's on.
Okay.
Oh my
I
God!
am. Tanya is here. I am here.
What's going on, Tanya?
What's going on, David Glover? Nice
I'm
to
so
Much.
proud
see
of her.
you.
I gotta give her a hand clap. You got
See what
on.
I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about, Dave?
Yeah. Well, these are my fellow NU counterparts from back in
Yeah,
the days.
yeah, yeah. So anything that you want to know about him, we gonna tell you today.
Don't
No, y'all
don't
not.
say we, Dave. You know
Yeah,
I
because
got your
I,
back, Dave.
I'd be ready to mute the hell out you on here.
You got some purple eagles in the house.
Yes, Purple
Yes. I
Eagles.
was so proud of you, Dave. So very proud of you.
Very proud. Very
Thank
proud.
you, thank you. So, do y'all know the subject matter
No,
that
because you
we're gonna
couldn't send
address?
it to us. You didn't send it to us, sir.
Oh,
I'm
just
just
he can
saying.
read it.
Oh,
You can
you
read it
got
again,
it,
Dave.
cause you, huh?
I was gonna say you can read it again.
Yeah, read it again, sir. Please.
All right. Let me
Be
read this.
ready. Be ready.
So check out this scenario and let's discuss some thoughts and feelings. So my wife of 8 years quit her job because she said I make 6 figures. I would be okay with that, but she has 3 kids from her previous relationship that she expects me to fully take care of while their father lives his best life. She had her job. I was okay with him doing nothing. But now that she quit, I am not willing to take care of everyone while she sits at home and does nothing. I told
Oh,
her she needs to get a job because I'm not taking care of her and her kids. She's my wife, but I didn't sign up for a dummy mission. If you were in my wife's position, would you get a job? I'm about to pack my shit and leave. Now let's look at the 4 essential questions regarding the situation. Number 1. Men used to happily step into being a stepfather and taking on the financial responsibility without any concerns. What has changed? Number 2, do women want men to resume that same position? If so, then what must women do? Number 3, should women give custody to the father if she cannot provide for them? And 4, is it okay for women to do what was done in this scenario? So there you have it. Everything's on the table. Who would like to attack? Who would like to begin?
Tanya, you gonna go first or me? Go ahead.
Oh, you go first, Kiki.
First of all, I feel uncomfortable. First of all, I don't be having no 3 kids because No, but number 2, if I did, I grind and I worked all my life. I've worked ever since from the rooter to the tutor. So I would feel uncomfortable with that. I would never want nobody to feel like I'm an obligation. I definitely, when people come, like, what can you bring to the table? Shoot, I'm gonna tell you, I bring this, I bring this, I bring this, and bring that. So my kids is my issue, that because those are mine, not yours, and so my responsibility is on me. So that would never happen for me because I'm a grinder. If anything, I'm a benefit to you because I grind, I work a lot. I work probably too much, but yeah, but that's neither here nor there. So that's not me. Tanya,
And so I just want to ask first, what was the scenario? So did she quit her job?
without even
She just
asking him,
right. Did she quit her
right?
job without talking to her husband about
hmm
it? Was there extenuating circumstances that led her to quit her job? Is she in search of a new one, or because with the number of kids and the 6-figure job of her husband in today's society,
It
it's
ain't
still
enough.
pretty big,
Sorry.
right? It's 6 figures with the number of kids, and I'm not sure the lifestyle that's being lived, but
Yeah.
that's 6 figures is not a lot when you're talking about
Right.
a
So what
one
level of
person
6 figures are
working.
you talking about? You talk about like hundreds, 3, 5, 7, 9. So that
There were
definitely.
no specifics given on the amount in terms of 6 figures. So we know it's at least 100,000. We don't know if there was a conversation that was had between the husband and wife, or if there were any extenuating circumstances. We just know what David has read. Unfortunately, that was the scenario that was presented.
Well, at
And
the
so, oh, go ahead, Kate.
I'm sorry, at 100,000, you still broke. I mean, you got 3 kids and y'all taking care of 2 of y'all. That's y'all broke to me,
Yeah, and
Mhm.
that should have been a conversation. I
right?
mean, when you're quitting your job and you're asking, and that goes both ways. If you have 3 kids prior and you're asking someone else to assume financial responsibility for 3 children that are not his, and the dad's living his best life, that's not fair to the father. That's not fair to the husband.
No, it's
It's
not.
not fair. And so he may have assumed the financial role because she was working, and so there was no reason to have a conversation regarding the father because she
Sure.
was essentially the financial responsible parent. But when she chose to quit her job and the father is living his best life and he's not contributing to, that's not fair to him. And so should he the second question I believe was, should he resume the same? No, absolutely not. That's just not fair. And so you want me to take my funds and do what I was doing previously, but she was making a contribution to it. And so I'm sure his lifestyle will have to be altered because now he's responsible for the entire family, and that should have been the conversation. So should he continue to do the same? Absolutely not.
Nope.
And I mean, if she's not getting child support, if their father is financially not contributing, it is unfair. And poor fella. I'm just saying. Poor fella.
And
I
I'm assuming the father's probably
Poor fella.
living with someone that's taking care of him. So that's
the
probably how
some.
he's living his
Yeah,
best life.
poor fella.
What do you mean?
Or
Yeah.
Or she
What
could have
you
just not took him for child support and just said, you know what, I got this. I've been doing it all along. I'm not even going through the whole court system or whatever the case is.
That's
And
that's
she,
that's a dumb move.
Yeah, and that's probably the situation
Because
because a father that's invested in his child is invested financially, emotionally. There's so many aspects. So if he's led with that no investment, I agree with Dave. He's probably reaping the benefits and he's doing what he does.
right,
But
right.
should the guy continue? Absolutely not. And that is a very serious conversation that should be had because
So I have I have cousins, male cousins, and I love them to death. So I would never say their name. But what happened with one of my cousins is that um he really was into this woman, and he was really feeling her, and she the girl got pregnant, and and then she said, well, guess what, I'm not going to even say this is your child, because she knew it was her child. She knew it was his, but she said that she's going to say it was her ex. So what he did was, like, he cut her off. He didn't want to talk to her no more, but he pays child support. But he was like, okay, if that's what you're going to claim, I'm done with you. But he still pays child support, but he doesn't have a relationship with his son, unfortunately.
so,
And
so let me ask you this. So what made her say she's going to say it's not his and was the other guys?
I guess apparently she still had feelings for the dude, and she wanted to get back to the ex, because that's familiarity, because they was together for years. And then when she met my cousin, who's definitely he has his own stuff, like he's good, he's a good dude, you know um when she was dating him, I guess, for a year, but a year is different from you being with somebody for 5, 6, 7 years, if that makes sense. So she was like, well, I want to say it's his. Now,
wait a minute.
Dirty.
Ooh,
Dirty.
wait, I know, right? Right,
But
Dave?
see, this is the funny thing, Dave.
I'm
This is the
saying.
real funny thing. People question me. Remember last week when I said what happened with homegirl with me?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
People question who would do something like that. And we try and tell people, when we tell you these individual stories, they're just not for me or for an individual. They're out there, but because there's no way for the average man to say something, these stories are buried. So let me ask you a question, Kiki, about how old was he when this occurred? Roundabout.
early 30s.
It's about that age.
But for her, I can I say this, in no offense, but sir, what you may be saying may be correct, but your delivery sucks.
Dear,
And what?
hold on.
No,
And what?
he
Hold on.
no, Tanya, I mean, but he may be right. It's just I just think he need to work on his delivery a little bit.
Who, your
You know-
cousin?
No, I'm talking about her.
You
Oh,
know
her.
you know who's offended by my delivery? Those who don't like castor oil when they're sick.
Wait,
What?
that sounds like a.
Because you
Okay.
talking to a nurse, and we
Break
were
break it down a little bit more for me. One more
I know,
level.
because you talking to her.
break it down her. One more level.
When I was a
didn't see-
kid,
Mhm.
before we could afford to go to a hospital and see a board certified nurse, we were given castor oil to break up congestion.
Yes.
Now, we say castor oil is a necessary evil, i.e., the truth. Even though it may taste bad, it's good for you.
Yes. That's
So my
correct.
delivery is not going to change. If you don't like my delivery, hit the mute button.
Yeah. I didn't. So in your delivery and your situation, I wasn't offended. I was actually going to ask you a
No,
little
she's
bit
not
more about.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to
No,
cut
no,
you off,
no,
Joy.
Tanya,
She's
you
not the
never-
first one
you
to say that.
Tanya,
A lot of
you
people
never-
dislike my
you never-
delivery.
Tanya, you didn't see his delivery, so
Well, I mean, I passed through the.
Are you talking about his
because I was trying to
delivery
get
in the
to his
counselor's
message.
corner or on here tonight?
Counselor's Corner. Not tonight. He's wonderful.
Oh, that's what I missed. Okay, that's what I thought. I missed something. I was like, hey, I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking
Let
at
me-
her, but I was gonna ask you because when you said to Dave, you know the situation that happened with me the other day. I was gonna ask you a little bit more about that because you're
sure.
right. A lot of people don't know about certain situations because people don't say it. We probably wouldn't have known about Kiki's cousin had she not brought it up. And so, but it is what it is, and it's a fact in our culture, in our environment. And so, was that right? I mean,
Well, let me
people will say,
address what Kiki said about my delivering the counselor's
okay,
corner.
okay.
First of all, I want you to
Uh-oh.
I want you to understand something. I want you to understand something about me personally.
Okay.
My mother who's transitioned 4 years ago now this year in November.
Oh,
Wait a
I'm
minute,
sorry.
No,
I'm
she's
sorry to hear
84. Nothing to be sorry about. She always told me, don't start none, but if they come to you, finish it.
Yes.
I never poke fun at anybody in the counselor's corner. I never tag anybody in anything salacious or malicious. But if you bring some shit to my doorstep, oh, it's on and popping. And that's what a lot of those people don't understand in it. I'm not a turn the other cheek kind of guy.
Mhm.
So when you pull out the gun, I'm pulling out several. What did Jay-Z say? We're gonna get it jumping like 8 blacks, 4 crackers.
I can respect that.
So Dave,
That's how
I'm a
it's
little
going down.
lost because I
I can
feel like
respect
it's
that.
a little history here that I'm not a part of. And so
Tanya,
I'm not
it's
sure
been
if
so much
I know.
going on in the
I
counselor's
know
corner.
this is after. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
to fill me in. You got to fill me in. You got to fill me in.
Okay,
But
let
but
me see.
honestly,
Now, can
with
I ask a question?
her,
Oh, go ahead, Keith.
I do
Yes.
respect that because I'm the same way. I'm the
Right.
same way. So I
Yeah.
respect that. I
So
respect that.
can I ask you guys a question?
Hold on, Joy. Let me
Uh-huh.
answer the second part of your question. Because you were asking why did I bring that up or what happened. When I was going to college at Buffalo State College, to make a long story a shorter story, there was a female who called me after she had an abortion and told me.
Uh-huh.
So that was the crux of what I was saying in regards to Kiki's cousin, is that women do some dastardly shit, but people didn't want to believe me. They were trying to figure out why. I'm like,
So
far be it for me
Oh,
to figure out the workings
so I
of
have
the
a
inner workings
question.
of the female mind.
that's right.
I have a
And
question.
women do.
Mhm.
That's true. They do.
So I have a question. So she had an abortion because you guys were intimate and you impregnated her, and she
No,
just
her
made that choice without you. I'm trying
correct. Yes, that's correct.
to.
Now, mind
Okay.
you, I
Okay.
don't know if it was mine, and I never thought it was. So when I got the news, I was just like, okay, but why would you tell me after the fact as if I can change anything?
Right. So why did she?
I don't know. I didn't care.
Mental warfare. It was something to have hanging over his head to keep conversation going because she could have kept that information to herself at that
Yeah,
point.
To herself.
exactly. Like
That's
why?
right.
Why? I
That's
mean,
right.
because if you did it without him even knowing,
Right.
like, why
So
did you come back and
yeah.
tell him that shit? That's
And
stupid.
has it been several women that you went to Buff State? So I'm just gonna say several women in Buffalo that used that as an afterthought and was trying to
Wait.
receive some financial gain. Like
Right.
yeah.
But
And
Tanya, we
that
didn't say she was from Buffalo. He said
Okay,
she
yeah,
went to
yeah.
Buffalo
That's
State.
the linchpin deal.
So
Yeah.
don't put people on Buffalo on blast.
well, I'm
'Cause
just
you may
saying.
not
I
be from
mean, okay,
Buffalo.
Well,
well,
let me
when you're
give you a
not
little.
from Buffalo and you in Buffalo, I mean, when
Right.
in
Let me give you a
Rome, you
little
do
bit.
as the
Let me give you a
Romans.
little. Without saying too much, let me say this: her culture. Okay, I want people to understand
Culture.
her culture
Culture.
would have vilified her had they known that she was actually sexually active before marriage. Okay.
And so was she trying to,
Oh no.
did she
Listen,
want like a
pick what you just said. That was
financial?
deep. No,
Oh
that was
no, I
deep.
got it. I picked up on it real
So
quick.
what culture do you think she came from?
We know the cultures, Kiki.
I don't.
We know all cultures, even
And
black cultures, really have a problem
hold
with
on,
sex
and
before
also
marriage.
Not our culture.
hold on,
I'm
and
sorry.
see,
Who? Don't say our. I'm not in your culture.
Nick, well, you
Listen.
are in my
I
culture.
didn't go to D. I didn't go to DEC. I went to a PWI. I don't know
Oh
what you're
my
talking about.
God, that's a,
Okay.
hold on,
Herb
hold
don't
on,
even
hold
know
on.
about that.
Eh,
Her
eh,
is over. This is over. Herb, he has no idea about DC.
I
So
know.
Well,
Okay.
DC, yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard of that. For me, that's a department of our government. But anyway, and she also went to UB.
Mm-hmm.
So she was not
I'm
a.
thinking she must be like
And so
Arabian.
my question is, did she try to get from you financial? Was it, did you have, oh, so she just wanted you to know.
I guess she thought she was gonna try to run the flim flam. She didn't realize
I know,
I ain't
but
slim and
what was
I
her
ain't
flim
I
flam?
ain't
Was she
falling for the
trying to get
flam.
money? Because it was it was a done deal. So
Yeah,
was
because she
she?
paid for the abortion, because that's got to be like
I mean, that's what I'm asking. Like, was she
three to
coming to
five
you
hundred.
in
I don't know.
monetary?
I
Did
never
she
got a
Oh,
want some
bill.
dope was not an
monetary
issue.
benefits?
Dope
Huh?
was not an issue as far as she goes.
So she just wanted to say that to you so you can have that emotional
Yeah,
hangover that, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's what I
Well, then
think.
she owns it. She did it. She
Right.
made the decision without you. And that goes back to the question at hand about the girl who quit it, the lady who quit her, the wife,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, who quit her job.
Right.
And so when a woman makes that decision, regardless of her husband, and you have 3 children that you are responsible for, you own it. And so when you have, if a woman quits her job and she has mouths to feed in addition to herself, she has to own it. And so
Right.
the onus is not on the husband to assume that responsibility,
Right.
because that poor fella, and that's just whew, that poor fella. Mm.
Well,
I'm glad you saying.
when that was posted in the counselors going to many, some of the guys would say he knew what he was getting into. He knew what he was getting into. Like he should have known that this was coming. I don't know if
Mm.
Well,
that's always
how
the
would he have
case.
known?
No,
Yeah,
no,
how would he have known that she would
nah,
quit her job?
because
Because he
yeah.
met
What
her and she was
Right.
working,
So
caring for her
what they
children.
what they might be thinking on the terms of, unless he has his own kids, which it didn't say. Why are you signing up for that in the first place? So you
Well,
should have
because if
known
you
something
well,
was
well, because if
should
you're signing up with a woman that has kids and she is working, you assume she's a responsible parent and she
mhm.
wants to take care of herself. If they dated and she said, "Listen, I want to be a stay-at-home mom," I mean, I'm sure there's some context clues around here that if she said, I would love to not work or I would love to be at home or something, and some of the red flags went off, then he would have been like, oh, no, red flag. Oh, she wanna. But if she didn't say that, and they met, they were dating, and she was working, she was contributing to the well-being of her children. I mean,
but let me ask you
now,
this: isn't stepdads just basically mentors with benefits?
No, no. So
oh Jesus, oh, that's a good question, but
can I interject? Can I
you go
interject?
first.
Look,
Go
hold on,
first.
hold on, hold on, hold on, because it's only you really can't say much to the kids.
You
You
ain't
Can I
always
lying.
got to be
Daddy.
positive. You always
can I
got to be
interject?
positive. So you're really in the
So
role of an encourager
mm-mm.
and someone like sort of like a mentor, but you're
Can
getting
I
benefits
interject?
from the mom. But
Can
go
I
ahead.
interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I have to interject because my granddad, who I call my granddad, you would never he's been amazing. So he met my grandmother. Now think back in the day, like in
Mhm.
1960. I don't know how much they talk about protection back in the day, but well before that. But he met my grandmother. My grandmother already had one child,
Mhm.
and then when he met her, it's like that. Kuche said, standing at the bus stop, suckle on a lollipop. But that's how he met my grandmother, and she was pregnant. She was pregnant.
Mhm.
She was pregnant at the time. He
Mhm.
met her, and he fell in love with my grandmother. And he said that when she gave birth to I ain't say nobody's names because I don't want you not to know what side of the family I'm talking about. But he said, I'm going to name him after me. He gave him his junior name. So he was a junior. Uh they led on no, he had no my auntie my grandmother had 2 kids before him. And then, then the third kid. And then
Mhm.
they ended up having another kid.
Mhm.
But what I'm trying to say is that my granddad was the protector. He was, when I say that, that's what, if I'm good at math, if y'all know me, I know I'm good at math, is because he told me the value of math. He will always spend time with me. I was his favorite to this day, his favorite grandchild.
That's
He,
today's point. A mentor.
see, so
Yeah.
So
no. So
wait,
you get
okay, so
no because
oh,
Tanya, you're discrediting
no.
him.
I'm adding.
No, because
I'm singling out.
no, he wasn't a mentor, just a mentor. He was
No,
he's
I
my
didn't. Dave didn't
granddaddy.
say it. Okay,
My
Dave.
granddaddy.
Dave may have just said a mentor, but can I say something?
Ma-
I think
Choose your
that
words
to
wisely, ma'am.
I because you gave too much information. I swear you could like Google and be like, okay, granddad. And so I think when Dave said, "Isn't a stepdad just a mentor with benefits?" and I think that depends on the mother, because the mother is going to dictate to what level a man is going to have involvement. And
Mhm.
so if you are dating a woman and you have children and the stepdad or well stepdad, so obviously they're married, but if it's boyfriend or whatever they say at that point initially are red flags. Because if we're dating and I tell you that you can't say anything to my two sons, don't act like you weren't made aware. I don't care what. So if I start leading in with, don't say that to my son because he does this, don't say that. So guess what? The mother is going to allow you to be what you're going to be. And if you are going to be the mentor, if you are going to be the financer, if you're gonna be, she's gonna be the mother is gonna be the gatekeeper always to her children because that's a mother's role. And so when Dave said, is a stepdad just a if that's where she put you in that position to just be a mentor and you have no say, then you just a mentor. To the man who had, let me see, a wife with 3 kids and his wife quit his job. I mean, she put him in that position, but he also has a choice. And so I feel bad for the little fella. Poor fella. I do.
Why
I
he
feel bad
little?
for him.
Why he little? He could be
I
big
feel
for.
bad. I feel bad for because he's probably a big
That's
hearted. He
Yeah, but she
probably has
kind
a
of put
big
him
heart.
down to a level of
But she has
little.
reduced him.
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah.
worked hard through college. He obviously has a good job. 6 figures would net him, not a bad chick, but a chick with 3 kids and she quit her job. Yeah, he's been dummied down to. I mean, if you just look at
Nah,
the
nah, nah.
poverty level with
Well,
3 kids, it's
no,
struggling.
he
It-
dummied down
He
himself
got
because
hacked.
Yeah.
no,
He did.
And I,
no, he didn't get hacked. So he dummied down himself. Because why would you
He
be
did.
dating somebody? No,
Well,
because
because
he
she was working at the time. He didn't know that was coming. He didn't
Well,
know.
let me interject for a moment to what Kiki is saying. Where I got the original post from, it was about
me.
80 to 85% of the respondents. A lot of the men were saying he signed up for this, whether he knew she was going to do it or not. In the back of his head, the possibility, hold on, the possibility exists that she might go rogue.
Okay,
And if
Wait,
she
wait, wait, hold on.
does,
so wait.
Wait a
So
minute.
I disagree. This is what I think. I think what he signed up for is he dated a woman with 3 children and she was working and the
Mhm.
father was not contributing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think he signed up for her to be an at-home mom and take care of her kids and the daddy lives in the world living his best life. It's
See-
hard for me to believe that.
see, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I have another question.
It's a lot of
I'm
stuff.
struggling.
It's a lot of
with
stuff
that.
kicking in. Let me make this point. And for him to take on that role, and he was okay that the father wasn't doing anything. Maybe he looked at it as he's not a threat to me. So if he's not doing anything, he ain't coming around. But if the
Right.
father was working and coming through and paying this and that, now he got to worry like, damn, does she still want to be with him
Mhm,
or
mhm.
whatever? So he that may be the reason why he like, okay, didn't press this show. That nigga ain't doing nothing. He ain't coming through or whatever the case is. So I'm fine with it. But
And as
soon,
the older generation say, it's a cost to be the boss. And so if you
Yeah.
want to be the boss and the father is not paying, now you assume that responsibility. But if they talked about it and she said she wanted to be an at-home mom and that was all cool with him staying away, but
But
if the question comes up, should he, if he's happy with it, with the 6-figure, and it's people. I mean, it's people that live with, let's say, 3. That's a five-person household on an income of 6 figures. If you look at the poverty level, just look at poverty level. I'm just saying. If you look at the poverty level, and so if their lifestyle, if he's okay with that, maybe he wants her to stay at home, and maybe he wants to be, because guess what? Like Dave said, the father could be a threat. And so if the father is the threat and he wants to feel like, hey, I'm the man, I'm taking care of the house, my wife's at home. If that feeds his ego and he's okay with that, cooling the fan.
right,
I have a family member that dated a woman who had 2 children.
who?
She had 2 children. He dated her, and he subsequently, I'm not saying any names like Kiki, and I wish you would open your mouth. He dated a woman that had 2 children, and he subsequently had a child, his first child. And so I think that on any day, I would bet my bottom dollar if she came home and said anything about that, and it's the same situation, not taking the dad to court, that whole, they share custody, which is a wonderful relationship. And I mean, I'm so proud. I believe in parenting. All that court stuff kind of muddies the water. But I believe if she came home on any given day and said, I'm not going to work, that there would be a problem, because I think what was communicated early on is we are in this together. In the dating mix, of course, you have a financial liability with your girlfriend and her 2 children that she already had prior to you. If the dad is not contributing financially, lights, water, groceries, all that is part of you. If you decide not to work, I think in my family members' situation, it would have been a whole different discussion because not working is not an option. But I think there was never a discussion of I want to be an at-home mom, because that would have been the icing on the cake. She wouldn't have got wedded. Let's just say that. She is now married.
let me
Go ahead, Dave.
go ahead. Well, let me
I was
add
gonna
this
say-
to it. I
go ahead.
gotta believe that he's probably one who kind of isolates himself from his family, because if his family members, if most of our family members, they critical on shit, and if you come with that situation, yeah, I'm with this young lady, she got 3 kids, and if he got some females in his family, they gonna have something to say. Like why would you do that? Or this is what's gonna happen. Trust me, listen to me. I'm a woman. You're gonna get some of that backlash.
I
So
agree, but Dave, guess
So
what? At our age, how many people do we meet in our generation that don't have kids? I mean, if you meet
I don't have
somebody,
kids.
I mean, you don't, but if you meet, wait, Herb didn't have kids either.
Who?
Wow, look at that. So you guys are like the unique flower. Like this is like this, that's special, because when you meet someone at and I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 52.
how old?
52.
So do you want to have children in the future?
Oh, no.
I know. So do you know meeting a woman at 52 that is of your age that doesn't have kids? That's a
This
rare.
is my kid.
See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Now listen, would you? Okay, so let me ask you this: of the women you've dated, statistically, roundabout, what percent of them didn't have children at your age?
Well, let me give you a little synopsis of me.
Okay.
I don't have a problem
Yeah.
with a woman having children prior to us meeting. That's her
Mhm.
business. What I won't do, what I won't do, and I made this known, is I will not date a female who has dependent children living under her roof.
Wait, what do you? Oh, dependent. Like,
Yes.
I mean, so when we say dependent, is that like voting age, gun rights age, or insurance?
If those children, if those
Because
children,
North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina, so it could be gun, casino, drinking,
well,
insurance.
I'll make it simple. If those children are staying under her roof,
Yes.
then there's no us.
I mean, but what's dependent? I mean, staying under her roof. What do you mean dependent? Is 18 dependent?
If that child is living with her and she's putting any cost, he's just out dependent.
So you only dealing with somebody with grown kids.
Pretty much.
Grown
I
kids
mean-
out of the house.
Listen, let me put it to you like this. This house that I'm currently sitting in is
Yeah.
just under 2,200 square feet.
Yeah, just for you.
Basement, full attic, first floor, 3 bedrooms on the second floor, all just short of 200 square feet.
Yeah.
If I want to walk along this mammy jammy butt naked, I walk along this mammy jammy butt naked. That's what I'm talking about. Is,
I mean,
is the crystal clear now?
do you know how many kids can be in that basement gaming, having a good old time in that basement? I'm just saying.
Zero.
I'm just-
Zero.
Okay,
There's 3
so
cats in this house and 1 human.
okay, got it. And so they're grown. Now, circumstances occur and kids have to come home. They're not coming. Dad, they're not even coming back to the house.
They can't come back like you can't rearrange the furniture in my house. And those people who understand that essence know what that represents.
Oh boy, yeah, oh boy,
Okay.
oh
I
boy.
got a feeling this leads back to the controversial conversations. I don't know. I feel like this is traveling in time. It's going back somewhere. Dave, you got to fill me in later. Fill me in.
Nah, that's been ongoing. That one right there, the moving of the furniture.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That was one of those epic
Okay.
ones.
So we know. Okay, so we know her Herb saying. Dave, would you assume as a man? What's your point of view? Would you assume financial responsibility?
Well, first of all, like you said, the red flags. If she say, "I want to be a stay-home mom" and all that, no, your ass working.
Right.
You're working.
Right.
You're doing
Right.
something for the simple fact. Even if I made 500,000
Right.
a year, you're still gonna do something part time or something, because what you're not gonna do is worry me every day because you home bored and I'm not able to get back to you, or you just bored. What are you doing? Excuse me. What the fuck you think I'm working? This is what I did today, and all that. You need to do something to be occupying your time, and I think you'll be a better person for that.
No, well, you have to. Well, I guess can I interject a little bit, because I guess this is tied, like, with the age of the kids. Because
Right.
if you met her and she has 2 little ones under the age of 2 or 3,
Oh,
Um,
you in? You in?
yeah,
You
so
already
it may be
committed.
more beneficial for her
Yeah,
to
that-
be a stay-at mom, because with the because I know my sister paid like $600 a week for
Yeah, I understand
my
that
cousin
part.
Jane.
Yeah.
and so
But
so
she doesn't
now
have
she got
to.
2.
She has a good
She
support
does.
system.
She does too. She has
She
2.
doesn't have to. She has an aunt. She has a sister. She has a grandmother.
No,
she
I
doesn't have
haven't.
to.
She has a sister that works every day. That's not gonna be baby.
okay.
That I
Okay.
don't babysit the kids. No, I can't. When the hell I'm gonna be babysitting the kids when I'm trying to live my
I'm
best
just
life?
saying.
I'm trying to work.
I'm just saying.
And my
just saying.
And the grandmother, my mom does try to help, but she also has like this job, like, she makes $100 an hour too. See, so all of that,
Yeah, it wasn't said that they worked out the financials and it was beneficial for her.
True.
What
They
we
didn't.
heard
Right,
was
right.
it was the father. And so if
Right.
you think about the what's the child? What's the child? How much do fathers have to pay for
Well,
one child? What
well,
percent is
I
that?
think it's
well, I,
16%, and then
huh?
So
How
17, I
much?
think.
yeah, something like that.
17% child support.
Is
No,
that?
Three
that's 17
children.
of the gross, not the net. That's
Right,
17 of the
right.
gross.
So of the gross, right. So 17% of the gross times
Is
3 children, and
Oh
you
no, no,
look
no!
at
It
if
doesn't
they're
go like that. 17 for the
some,
first one, and then it drops for each child after that. But he would be paying upwards of close to 25%.
well, you got a
but
lot
you
of information with no children
but
in your
Tanya,
2,200 square
Hold on,
foot.
let
I'm
me
just saying.
but
hold
Tanya,
on.
but
Let me
okay.
go
Yes.
ahead, Kiki.
I said, but you remember I was engaged to Dwayne. You remember, right?
You saying we're not saying names?
No, I did. I don't care about his name. I
No,
don't give.
nah,
I mean, I said my
nah.
family. I was disclosing names, but I
What?
don't care
You
about him.
don't say
But
people names.
well, okay,
She can
Dwan.
if she wants
Okay,
to. We just have a
how
rule that we
right?
don't, because we don't want to drag anybody in that's not here to
Oh,
defend
I'm
themselves.
Right,
But
sorry.
we don't
I
care if she
right,
don't
apologize.
care.
I
She carte
apologize. I
blanche.
apologize.
right.
Just call him D. D.
Yeah.
Okay, D. Who I was engaged, like but his baby mother was crazy. Like she was crazy. I had to press charges against her. Like she
Oh,
was,
damn.
she would send his child over with this horrible, like nasty, dirty, and and I think I dressed really nice. I'm like, oh my god. So, and
You're all right.
I loved
I'm
her. I
joking.
loved her little son.
She all right. Yeah.
I loved
But
her
you,
little son.
but you know
Hold
that's a
on, you
scam.
cutting me out.
They do that to get new
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah,
Right,
exactly.
of course.
Yeah, that's what it
I
is.
knew his game. I knew his game. I knew his game. So, but I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be, because the son loved me a lot because I used to take him everywhere, And I said, oh my god, I want to know everybody. Now I dress really nice, and then
That's the
first
game,
looking
Keith.
on, they're gonna be thinking that's my son. I said, oh my god, so I got him a whole new wardrobe.
That's the game.
And
She knew that because you was
well,
making 6 figures.
Did you keep those clothes at the
my
No,
house.
the
she
house?
gave them back.
Well,
No.
that was not my suggestion. It was D's suggestion. He was like, "Oh heck no, these clothes are not going outside the house. Like whenever come heat, this is where he gonna wear it."
Got
That
him
was
here,
his
yeah.
decision.
Mhm.
However, what I'm trying to say is that when it came to child support, he paid $117 a week for him, but he's
That's a
still
good penny.
right. And this is like over like 15 years ago, and
Oh,
he
shit.
had a problem every time picking up his son. I said, dude, you gonna take her to court. This is what you're gonna do. And I was gonna pay for it. Like, no, you ain't gonna do that because you wouldn't be with your son. I'm paying for it. Like we doing it. So he found this like father's mentorship. Like he had to
Mhm.
do that. And they basically paid it for free for him to go through it if you took this court for 8 weeks. And he was able to get the actual, court, order, like, visitation laws, because she was like robbing him, straight
Yeah,
blind.
so 17% of the gross income for 3 children versus depending on how old they are
Mm-hmm.
and paying for daycare.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so
And don't they have
he
to pay
was
for
wait,
insurance too?
hold on. But he was married to her for 8 years. So the kids could have to be older than 8. They were married for 8 years. And so
That
the
don't mean
kids
that didn't mean
no,
they
I'm
started
just
having
saying,
babies
okay,
at 8
well,
years.
I'm saying if his wife, him and his wife were married for 8 years, Dave's scenario is they were married for 8 years.
Right.
So the
Uh-huh.
child, even if the child, they were married for 8 years, the youngest one is 8. And so 8 is not requiring daycare. And so if you financially do the math,
No,
nobody is in daycare. They were married for 8
no,
years, so they don't have little kids.
that doesn't mean that they had. I mean, just because they was married for 8 years, they could have
Oh,
had a
so
baby
then that's a
before.
whole part of the scenario.
Well,
That
why wouldn't
means that
8-year-old?
Dave's
It might have
scenario
been
was
it might have been aftercare or something. An
Right,
8-year-old,
right.
and that's
okay.
still
Well,
some decent
even
money.
okay, but listen, he's not paying for any of them. That's what we said. He doesn't.
Yeah,
He's living his best life.
yeah. He don't pay for shit.
So should he use his money I'm sure he went to school. He probably didn't go to a PWI. He probably went to a HBCU. And he worked really hard to get to where he is. He didn't go to DEC. He's making good money.
Ah,
And
she's
so
trying to sugar
should
at me.
should he
The
use
DEC
his
chicks, huh?
yes. Oh gosh, they rough. And so should he be responsible? Would you guys be responsible? So we can't move the furniture at Herb's house. So Dave,
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
we can't move the furniture. We ain't doing
And
that.
listen,
We ain't going
I
to levels.
Herb and the furniture thing, I tried to tell him, like, yo, at least empower her to do something. Because she didn't have a job, but she decided to redecorate his house or move stuff around. I said, empower her. Let her make it seem like she has a sense of belonging. She moved the furniture. I guess he gave her a one-way ticket out. Like, she had to go. Like,
She moved the furniture. She did it. She took them up. She moved the furniture and she was out. That was done. That was what? That sealed the deal.
tried to make a little rearrange and make a little girly touch.
Yeah. That's gonna be rough.
Let me
trying
tell
to
you.
get
Let me tell you why. What would
I'm
happen if you
scared.
did that to a blind person?
But you're not blind.
But you're not blind.
See.
They would
Don't
be.
don't
They
don't
would.
keep doing
Okay, let me.
Josephine
You're
Baker on me
asking a
now.
nurse. You're asking a nurse.
Yes.
So what
They-
would you? What would happen if you did that to a blind person?
Yes.
A blind person would just have to be reoriented into the environment.
Correct.
Because
Okay.
blind people keep it real simple. If you
Yes.
move stuff, just tell them.
Yes.
The chair that you sat in is no longer on the right side of the wall. Now it's on the left. That's all they require.
Because my auntie was blind. Who
Yeah,
was blind?
And you
they
know what?
don't
Who was
require
my?
a whole
I was
lot.
my favorite. My auntie was my auntie, and I was her favorite niece. I'm favorite of everybody, but my auntie was my favorite. And yes, if I say auntie, we're gonna move this here to there, and then I'll do a touch and feel with her, like letting her know the direction. I said this looks
Yeah,
better
you just have to
because
do
she
a
trusts
reality
me.
Herb,
orientation.
the big bad wolf, they got all the answers. I've been dealing with these since
No,
they
they
was like
don't.
18
No,
years
no.
old. They
Let
got
me-
all
Let
the
me
answers.
let me tell you what they have.
If you move the furniture, you do a
Let me tell you-
reality orientation, and blind
Right.
people appreciate
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me
Exactly.
hold on. I appreciate the wisdom that you ladies offer, but let me give you a little bit of tidbit about the man here. I'm not blind. And men,
So she can't even move it
hold
because
on,
you
hold
will
on,
see it.
hold on. Men like myself are creatures of habit. I've been in this house 11 years. My bedroom has been rearranged one time. What does that tell you?
That means your decor is fucked up.
No, that means you ready for
It's
change.
old.
See, I see ready for change.
Right. That's the same thing
I
I'm saying.
see an
These are old
opportunity
decor.
for something different.
And
I
you,
see
and
moving
you know what?
into the new phase.
That plays into this little adage.
Mhm.
Men meet women hoping they won't change, and women meet men hoping they will. Guess what? I'm not changing because I don't have to.
I know, but you don't.
There's no
Okay,
but.
but wait, but hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Hold up.
You don't have to,
Mhm.
but isn't it more enjoying if you
Mhm.
want to?
Yes.
Let me put it to you like this.
That's it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
I have not had a steak in over 30 years.
A
You think
steak?
you gonna put a steak, a beef steak? You think you gonna put a steak on my plate and I'm gonna eat it?
No, because you haven't had one in 30 years, and so that's not what you want.
But
Now
change
you
it.
now you hold on,
If I want the bed to face
That's Tanya. That's Tanya.
east, if I want the bed to
I'm
face
sorry.
east,
That's okay.
because the sun shines through the window that I can see your face. And when the sun shines in the morning, you get more vitamin D and you have a better day because your vitamin D levels are increased. You don't want that? You don't want somebody to share that with you?
I work midnights. I've been working midnights for 25 years.
Oh my
If I
God.
want vitamin D, guess what I do? I go rollerblade in the sun for a couple hours. I'm golden, baby.
Really?
Yes.
I know, but that you rollerblade and you do that by yourself. Your two legs. I'm talking about if a woman says to you, Herb, I would like the bed to face the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So the way the windows face, if you want to sleep because you work nights, we got the blackout shades, the blackout blinds, we got all that. But when the sun comes up during the day, we're just gonna move the bed so that you get more sun, and that is a joyous moment. You're gonna tell her, no, 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 I gotta keep it like this because
Do you understand the significance of what I'm holding up?
that means talk to the hand.
No. What do you see on that ring finger?
Oh, so you're not willing to compromise. Oh, this is a whole nother
I don't have
conversation.
to.
It's not about what you have to, it's about what you want to.
And see, and you're not listening. That's that female getting with a guy hoping he's gonna change mentality. No, I understand it.
No, but
Boo-boo.
when
No. Hold on. I don't have to, so I'm not going to. It's not a matter of want. I have what I want. A house with one person and 3 cats, and my cats don't move anything.
And so when
Oh
a
my
woman
God.
comes in,
Tanya,
so when a
there it
woman
goes.
comes,
Tanya.
so when a woman comes into your life, that's it.
We
She
got
comes
cats.
into that.
We dog
Okay.
lovers.
And
That's
so
it.
And see,
okay, so okay, I got
I
it.
try to
I mean,
bring
I
a different.
understand
I
it.
try to bring a different perspective that I would enjoy the woman's touch. Like, go ahead, do what you need to do to make this. I guess,
Compromise.
yeah,
Compromise.
make it our home and
Adding
make it,
something.
So
at a a different level of
Right.
elegance or
Right,
beauty to it,
Right,
or whatever the
right.
case is. So, but Herb is Herb. That's just you can't knock him
Right.
for
I
it.
know. I'm not. I didn't know that. I'm just getting in. I'm just learning.
Yeah.
I do know that when my sister met her husband, her potential husband, and he owned his own house or whatever, and my sis went in and like upgraded his freaking house, like upgraded really, like because she had me, my mom, like well more so my mom. 'Cause my mom was like the black mother story, upgraded his house. So when he put it up for sale, he was only asking for a certain amount of price, but because of the decoration and everything that we did, no, I can't even say me because I
That's
was
called a woman that added
like
value.
that. It's 20,000. It went up
Yes.
20,000 more.
Yes.
20,000. The value of the house went 20,000 more.
Because
And
men don't understand that.
right,
Sometimes
but
the bed faces a certain
I do
way.
I do understand men is by habit that like things certain ways, and I
Yes.
get it and I understand it, and I'm like that too myself a little bit. However, when somebody can bring you value, and that was the 20,000 value for them to purchase out, and they paid cash off the house.
Adding value, yes.
Right, so you have
That's
to
about a
recognize.
woman adding
See, so I'm not
value.
saying you do that with everybody, but when you know that that's the person that you would, boom, this person is bringing more value to my life, you got to accept it and be open for the change because it's bringing you more value, if that makes sense. If it
You know
can.
what? If I want value, I'll go buy some blue chip stocks. If I
Oh,
want
no,
my
no, no,
hold
no,
on,
no.
hold on, hold on,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no.
hold on,
Oh, that's not value. That's money.
But what do you think value is? She just said 20 grand.
Value is happiness. Value is
And see,
that.
let me slow you down. Pump the brakes, dear. I don't use the word happy to describe me. I am a man that
Content.
is. There you go.
Content.
And that's why we didn't get married, because he was content at his position where he was at, and I'm not content. I am never content. Like you always got to level yourself up, because that's when
Hold on.
dementia. That's when dementia happens. That's when
Look,
because when people get content, they don't elevate themselves.
you know what the
That's
beautiful
my
thing about me and my level of contentment is? If I want to increase it, I can, and I have. Let me put it to you, like, let me give you a little synopsis on me.
Herb, do you want to get married?
Marriage is never out of the picture as far as I'm concerned. But
it
I'm
is,
open.
but how you talking?
Okay, got it.
No.
Gotta
it.
love
What-
it. Gotta
what-
love it.
What a lot of people do, particularly to black men, is they put us under the thumb. of society. And I'm what you get when you get too big for society to hold you down. The reason why I know half of the things I know is because I ran for political office here in the city of Niagara Falls 4 times. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to venture out on my own and spread my wings. I've done that.
But that's
And
that's on a professional level. We're talking
hold
about
on,
personal.
hold on. But my personal level mirrors my professional level. I just don't tell people that because it's none of their business.
But if you're in a relationship or you're engaging, if it mirrors that, were you successful when you were running for office?
You have to define success.
Did you win?
I did not.
Okay. So I guess in my question of, does your personal level match your professional? Your professional level is what yields you the means to an outcome, and your personal level is like your safety zone. And so when I said, I don't have any judgment. I'm just asking, do you want to get married? Because I know you said 52. 52, you are more likely to want things to remain the same than any other group other than those that are generations older than you. And so if you want things to remain the same, and we all know the old adage, if you keep doing the same thing, getting the same, what's the definition? Insanity. And so if we're doing the same thing, so it has to be somebody to come in and move the headboard facing the sun. I mean, it has to, because it's going to shake you up and make you uncomfortable, but it takes you out of your comfort zone. And therefore, with it taking you out of your comfort zone, it makes you a little uneasy, but it may make you happy because
there's that word again.
Okay, it may make forget happy. Okay, forget. Okay, so you can't use. Okay, so you can't use happy.
No, I don't care about being happy. Happiness. You know what happiness is to me?
What is
Dallas winning the Super Bowl.
Well,
but
you might as well bury yourself 6 feet under there.
So they didn't win. And so what you are saying is your happiness is contingent upon other people doing things to make you happy with that. Because you're not playing in the Super Bowl.
You missed it.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, I'm not worried about happy. For me, contentment is my happiness. So when I come home from a night at work and I put my key in the door and my cat sitting in the window, that's happy.
Okay, so when I ask you, do you want to marry? Because marriage is not about your contentment. It's a partnership. And so that dirty little word, the same word that we're talking about, this topic of should that man at the end of the day entered in a partnership, because we started this whole topic off with that was his wife.
But do you understand what a partnership is?
Yes.
Are you
been married? You never asked her how long she been married.
Because a partnership means business.
Because it is absolutely. Kiki, no, we got questions. Kiki,
these my girls right here, man.
You know I'm a mess.
Kiki,
no, because
Kiki, he got questions.
I'll back it up. I'm backing it up.
Herb, you got questions. So do I understand what a partnership is? Yeah, you said it's a business, right? It's a business. It's a business. And so business transactions require a lot of things, right? And so yes, it's a business. I understand that wholeheartedly.
And she big business.
Wait, hold on. No. So business as it relates to you means what? Because what do business want? Businesses need a few things in order to, they need a few things in order to survive. And so when you say that it's a business, what does that look like for you? Because a partnership is a business. I agree, 210%. You are absolutely right. It is a business.
Now, when you started your business, did you fill out articles of incorporation?
Pretty much.
She got me.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. No,
Yeah.
Kiki. No, I did. Yep, pretty much. I did. Yep, done.
Okay, so if by some unfortunate
Yes.
circumstances
Yes.
your business was to dissolve, what percentage of the partnership do you get to take with you?
50%.
That's what you came in with.
No, she came with 100%.
Kiki.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
50%. Yes,
Yeah,
50%.
50.
Yes.
I'm
For
sorry.
the sake of this discussion,
Yep,
50%.
50.
Yes.
No.
50.
See. I can't deal in half truth.
Okay, so
You
I
gotta
mean
be real and we
50%.
can't have this
I mean
discussion.
50%,
Come on now.
30%. It don't matter.
Your
I
girlfriend
came
to do
in with
you in.
I came in with equal amounts.
So
Oh, at the time they traveled
Kiki,
together. Yes, I rescind my
Okay, go ahead.
statement.
Okay, yes, thank you.
well,
Yes.
growth
was
is not
50%.
considered in the business. It's what you started
sorry.
with that the LLC is predicated on.
Okay, keep going.
Why?
Okay,
Hold on.
So wait,
Why
because
she have to be an LLC?
first of all, we're
No,
talking
stop,
about
stop,
relationships.
No.
We're talking
Why?
about. Hold on.
Partnership.
No,
once
you
once
could
you
put
said
it
partnership,
in corporation.
it became strictly a business.
Kiki, wait.
Okay.
So yes.
I'm gonna
So
put
yes.
myself on mute.
Yes. So yes. I came in with 50%. Okay, now what?
Okay, so in the end of the unforeseen dissolution, you leave with 50%.
Yes.
I'm an all-in kind of guy.
Okay.
But
all in at what?
Hold on.
All in at 50%?
No. I'm an all-in kind of guy. So if I'm getting into a relationship with a female and is going to transition that way, her and I are going to make a decision on where to live. This property here, this property is always going to remain in my family. So if I have a ton of nieces and nephews that can live here, whatever the case is, I'm not giving this property up.
Okay. So that's
This
about
property is always going
ownership.
to remain in the
We're
family.
talking about relationships and
Hold on.
partnerships. Okay.
This property is always going to remain in the family, whether they're living here or I rent it out or whatever the case is. If I have to turn it into a business and do that, this property is going to remain in my name.
Yes.
Okay.
It
Now,
should.
we gonna take that money and we're gonna go purchase the home together. At
Correct.
that particular point, she could decorate the home how she wants to.
Oh, so because the original ownership, the original property ownership that leads to the investment of something else is yours and she has no say. And so what gives her the hope to even move to that next level when you won't move the headboard to the east facing window to get more sunlight for vitamin D to make you happy so you don't have to take vitamins?
There's that word again. Man, that word happy.
Okay, well, how about what is it that you can concede to move the headboard to get vitamin D? So when you go to the doctor and your vitamin D level is low, and we know vitamin D makes you feel a little joyous in life because it's the sun, and she knows that, and you're stuck in, don't move my furniture.
But then also when they find out that your wife is a freaking nurse and they know better, and then how bad of a reflection as you putting on your wife because she told you.
Let me give you ladies a little bit of tidbit. I live in a northern climate, so guess what that means?
We are from here.
I'm going to be vitamin D deficient anyway, and because I'm black. Because I'm darker skinned,
you talking to somebody who's like,
and so yeah.
Okay,
and so
hold on.
Oh wait, let him talk.
I just want to make sure that the information that I have is accurate. So
okay, go on.
When I say it, I'm not speaking ignorantly. So there are over-the-counter pills and diets that remedy that, correct?
Well, I mean, it's also sunlight, and it's also
hold on.
Oh, there are.
No, you cutting off.
Wait, hold on. To answer your question, yes, there are pills and diet. Absolutely, there are all kind of things that help remedy that.
No, you know what? Hold on.
Oh, what? But in a partnership. In a partnership, a woman that wants to move your headboard or she wants to move your couch. Okay.
Allow me to finish answering the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Like another conversation.
What can I give to her that's going to make her want to move to the next level? I'm not going to come to her house and tell her what to do. That's her home. I respect her home just like she respects mine. We're sovereign. When we move in together, that sovereign becomes one, not until then. So if she wants to make that move, we can. But
To your
we're-
house where she can't touch nothing? That
Hold on,
is an
hold on.
uncomfortable
no,
feeling.
no. I said
Okay, I'm
when
sorry.
I go to her house, I don't tell her what to do in her home.
Now, let me.
But-
Can I ask you a real question? Now,
Yeah.
let's
I got some
just.
to add to it too, but go ahead, T.
If you go to her house, I
Mhm.
mean, you never said that the temperature control is a little. You never said the pillow is a little too soft. You've never said I don't use this. You can't be that restricted in your environment. And when you go to somebody else's environment, you just so happy. I use Crest toothpaste, but when I come to your house, I use the no name brand, and you just so happy with that. I just don't tell you what to do. That don't make sense. Tell me, if you are that restricted in your comfortable environment, if you go to someone else's house, just say you stay overnight,
Mhm.
it's hard to believe that you go to somebody else's house where you are so restricted that they can't even open the curtains, the blackout curtains, but you go to her house and now you using no name toothpaste and you don't have nothing. You said I don't tell her. You may not tell her, but do you make little off comments like, yeah, I use Crest Radiant toothpaste. I mean, I know it's $8. I mean, $8 for toothpaste is pretty. I use Radiant. And so if I went to somebody else's house, even Kiki, I would be like, Kiki, I forgot my toothpaste. You got some? Hey, oh God, you use what? I'm used to using Radiant. It's $8. That's my comfort. That's what I'm used to. You go to somebody else's and you don't say nothing. I'm used to using a Tempur-Pedic pillow, but you got the Walmart. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm used to. You may not tell her what to do, but does your comments make her feel like she needs to step it up or accommodate you? It's hard to believe because people who are that particular, if you say you can't come to my house and move a thing, if I come to your house, I may not move nothing, but guess what? I got a lot to say. Oh, she don't
All right, let
use
me take you back to 1976.
I wasn't born. But work with me.
You bet you was born.
It don't matter. Let me. See, obviously, she thinks she's dealing with a fool, but I know she. I know she went to school with David. She's old.
I mean, I'm
She's
just saying,
at least
no,
a
no,
David
no,
Brown,
no,
if
no.
not older.
Yeah.
I repeat game. You gotta wait. I work midnight, so if you're gonna fool me, you gotta wake up 2 days earlier.
I did too. So you got to wake up 3. Gotcha.
No, you do. Because I'm with you. I'm wherever you are. I'm like your shadow. You can't shake me, even when you turn the lights
I'm
out.
not trying to.
Okay.
I'm not trying to.
Let me take you back to about circa 1977, 78. For the first 16 years of my life, I spent a lot of that time in foster care. Oh no size necessary.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
I know who it was. I learned a lot, and you know what the number one lesson I learned was?
What?
Be grateful for what you have, because a lot of
Right.
people have less.
Yeah.
That's why I can go to somebody's house and use the no-name brand toothpaste, because I understand that at the crux of it all it is baking soda. Doesn't need baking soda water to clean my teeth. I don't
You
need
better
the
know it. You
$10
better
bar
know
of
it.
soap.
You
I don't
better
need the
know it.
cheaper plastic Pedic. I can sleep on the floor. Do I have a cover to put over my head, over my behind? I'm a simple man, and it's the fact that I'm a simple man that allows me to indulge in the less than finer things in life and still live like a king. It's one of the reasons why I can not own a car and still walk among the masses as if I do own one. See, I'm cut from a different cloth, and the cloth that I'm cut from, they can't make suits out of this. Because once my mother birthed me, they destroyed the mold. And ain't no more coming. So it ain't nothing like me. So when you see someone like me, you know you're dealing with the real McCoy. See, so I don't need all that stuff. Matter of fact, my sheet on my thread count is 1. That's a joke.
I'm sorry. Your seat.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Say it again, son. You said it so fast. I couldn't even. I can't even
I
like
said the,
get it.
I'm sorry,
Your
I'll repeat it. I said the
your
thread count
seed
on my.
of your. So, I mean, I'm confused. Say it a
That's
little
okay.
bit.
No, I said the thread count on my
Kenya,
sheet
is it bedtime?
is 1.
Sir, yes, it is. But I'm trying to listen to him because I'm trying to
Right.
get a better understanding of him. So say
Right.
it again.
I said the thread count on my bed sheet is 1.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
Meaning, as long as I got a place to lay,
You
I'm
good.
not. Yeah,
You good. You good. You good.
Hold on.
I'm
So
just.
we
I'm
got a
that
couple
I have.
comments coming through YouTube that I want to read off. So Jada said these women are confirming that men are always in love while women are always in business. They have an aversion to contentment, peace, even when the man values it the most. Listen and learn.
what?
Yeah. Listen and learn.
I mean, yeah, it makes no sense
No,
right
Hold
now.
on,
that
it's
makes
some
sense.
more. So let me just
Yeah.
tie it all together. Then he said, "Do these women want the man to be the leader and the head of the household?"
Absolutely. I
No,
mean,
let
but
him finish. Let him finish.
I'm sorry.
Then Inval 616 said, "Blessings." He said, "Money is the root of evil." Then Jada said, "Herb, good brother, stop while you're ahead. These women sound like a lot of headache. This attempted love connection ain't going to work. You can't handle these two strong black women." Then
That is
Dr.
so.
Anwar, what's up,
No,
good
let him
brother? He
talk.
said, "Don't go to anyone else's home trying to lay down the law."
That's what I don't do. And trust
So
me,
Yeah.
there you
I
go.
had.
So
Also,
ladies, y'all can dive in based on it. But I tell you,
I,
YouTube, they come for you.
okay. So
no,
listen.
mhm.
So laying down the law and being comfortable. We're talking about if you're dating somebody, and I know we done took the conversation to we're dating somebody.
Mhm,
Nobody should go to no one else's house and try to do anything. I asked my original question was,
mhm.
are you looking to be married? Are you looking to be in a partnership? Because
I don't do
that's
partnerships.
an equal. Okay, so you don't. I mean, but partnerships are business. Marriage is a business at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Marriage is a partnership, which is a business at the end of the day.
It,
It
it
is.
it could
No,
be.
no, no. It's not could be. No, no, no. It's a legal binding entity, and I work in healthcare, and so
Hmm.
it's a legal binding entity that if something happened to my husband
Hmm.
right now, I would
Hmm.
have the ability to go into the hospital or wherever. And if he was not able to make a decision, I would be able to make a decision.
Hmm.
And so that's a business arrangement. That's a
Hmm.
business arrangement. That's a partnership we
Mm-mm.
form. Yeah, no, 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 it's a partnership. It is. If somebody can make the decision about if something happened to me and I became unconscious, my mother, my sister, my children would have no impact on making the decision. But guess who would? My husband. Because why? It's a business partnership. Just like if we were to get a joint venture in whatever, it's a partnership. And so they have equal say. If I am incapacitated, my husband has the say. My children don't have to say. Hopefully, he would listen to what it is that they would want to happen. But it's a partnership because guess what? What is a business partnership? It's the same thing
See,
as a marriage.
Well,
let,
I
let
will
me let
say
me let
this.
me
Go ahead, Dave.
let me say this. So where I'm confused at. So when you think, I know you say all these decisions made when you're married, but when you think when you dating that it's going to be some suggestions or it's going to be some back and forth, and that's how you determine
Hmm.
compatibility. Like,
Hmm.
listen, he is not willing to budge on anything, and
Can
I just don't. I just
Yes,
don't know
because
can I
soon as
if
can
you
I
you.
tell me
can I
that,
can I
Yeah,
can
soon
I
as you
can
tell
I
me I
tag in?
yeah.
can't turn the
Can I tag
bed,
in?
yes, tag
Because
in,
I mean
tap,
I'm just
you're in.
gonna. So sometimes in relationships, one person they may have established that in the beginning, but the one person decided to move on and build their career up, and then the other person did not when they had the opportunity to do so. I mean,
Yeah.
'cause I saw that in a friendship because this person went like, okay, well, I'm about to get my master's. I'm about to do this. These are things I'm about to change. I'm about to make this for we could be 100-figure people. Right. So then the other person, that's the female, mind you. Now the male said he wanted to do the same thing. She said, okay, I'm cool with that. So I'm gonna give you so you don't have to work for the next few years. Go for your dreams. Like, yo, we building this together because it's a partnership. It's illegal, like she said. And he did not. He failed that.
Mhm.
He failed that. So she was a ride or die chick for the person she was married to for a few years, and he failed his commitment. This is real life shit. This ain't no
Mhm.
fake shit right here.
Mhm.
This is real life shit. So much so that it brought me into it that I had to help during that time.
Mhm.
And he failed. So, what do you say about that?
Everyone in this life that has reached our age has a track record. All right. What did his track record say?
People's track record may indicate one thing, but when you engage someone and they say things like, don't move my curtains, if you're dating and somebody says, don't move my curtains, those are the same red flags that the topic of this conversation is, did she say, I want to be an at home wife? Or did that just come out of nowhere to him and he is faced with this circumstance? If she said, I want to be an at-home wife, and he want to pose it like, oh, she could, like Kiki said, she could be going back to school. She could say, I want to quit my job because, we're going to dummy our lifestyle down because I want to quit. I don't want to work for these people. I want to start my own company. We don't know all the circumstances, but in different scenarios, if she said, I'm quitting my job because I want to go get my PhD and I only need another year. I want to quit my job because I want to start my business and I don't want to work for someone else. So we don't have all those scenarios. However, we do know that marriage is a partnership. Now, if the ultimate goal of what the original topic was about, which is she quit her job, should he, if her next move is to become a better person for her family, her children, the father that didn't, absolutely, he should stay all in. But if her next move is to become the Atlanta Housewives, the Charlotte Housewives, the Phoenix Housewives, that's her goal, then he should run. And he should run. And I wouldn't tell, I mean, I don't know how far he needs to run, but whatever. If he should run because that wasn't the goal. Now, in terms of a partnership is equal. And so a marriage is a partnership, regardless of what people think. It's a legal binding entity that serves more rights as we've gotten older. And I'll say we, me, myself, as we've gotten older, the legal rights of the marriage. And so if you've been married 30 years, you can look back and be like, when I said I do, I didn't know that you would make the determination if I'm going to have my chest pumped on and I'm going to survive. I didn't know you would make the determination. It's people that's making decisions for people. They don't even live in the household with them. And so it's a partnership. And so who you enter that partnership with is very important. If you say, like her, don't move my couch. Well, that's a partnership that needs to be reckoned with because
would you like me to explain where you're erring at?
No, I mean, I'm just hearing it, so I might be an error.
Yes,
share.
Yes,
share.
But
yes. Share.
Because
share her.
In this domicile,
That's yours. Yes, sir.
Correct. So nobody has sway in here except
The king. The
okay.
king. You're the king
So
of your castle.
so if I say something, it's not up for debate or discussion.
That's not a partnership. Because when you
Hold on,
when you
hold on,
have
hold
a
on. But dear, this is why I showed you this earlier. I'm not married. I don't have to bend to anyone's whim.
But I mean,
oh,
Let me
I
Dave,
agree
let me
with
let me ask you
I
this,
agree
Herb.
with her.
Dave,
Let me ask you
Dave
this,
Can I
Herb.
raised his
say something?
hand.
Can I say
Dave,
Yeah, let
something?
me
Dave
ask you this,
raised his
Herb.
hand.
Can I
Okay.
say this?
So
No, Dave's talking. Dave's
let,
talking. Hold
let
on.
me ask you this, Herb. So when she came, then did you give her the rules and the due process? Like, listen, this is mine. You come in here, or whatever the case is.
But
Don't
Did you let her
touch
know?
my-
can
Yes.
can I say
Huh?
something?
Wait, hold on. Dave asked a question.
I
Hold
know,
on.
but can I say
Wait,
something? Because
let him
Let,
answer.
no, go,
Let her
I'm
answer.
capable of
I know
remembering
because
what Dave asked.
I really defend her.
I know, but no, don't defend him now. Hold on.
Hold
Let
on,
him
hold
I
on.
answer
just
I
want
want
to.
Allow her to speak. Allow her to speak. She's okay. Go ahead.
Because she said defend her. That's that, Kiki. You see where it's going?
Allow her to speak.
See, Kiki, because you defended him now. Now you get the mic. Go
I
no,
on.
always
because
allow people to
I
speak. I
understand what
believe in
he's
that.
saying. This like if this is his shit, but he did say earlier that when they come together and get their own stuff, then that's when she has more rights to say. But when
Somebody was listening.
but when it's his shit, it's his shit. That's how he
Kiki, but
runs.
how many people are dating and
That's like
say,
Tanya.
okay, go ahead.
Back up. That's like
Okay.
somebody
Yep.
coming to me on my house that like nobody gonna tell me how to rearrange my house. That's not gonna even work. That's not happen. However,
That's the
when we
red
move,
flag that you're
however,
not looking at.
right. However, when we move together, then the decision
No,
making
She was
no,
doing
happens.
that's
anything with
not
the
what
house.
they. No, wait.
She was
Herb
doing
said
anything with the house.
when we buy it together, not move together. Herb said when
Buy
we have
it,
a
move it.
financial.
I mean,
I
it's the
know.
same
But
thing. Same thing.
listen, you can be in someone's house. Kiki, I would come to your house and I would be like, hey, Kiki, if you move this plant over here,
Yeah.
it would thrive
So
more because it's,
her.
and you
I
would
want
be
to. I
like,
want to see.
oh,
Listen,
yeah.
listen. Let me tell you what my best friend did to me. So
No.
no.
We don't
So
use
you
names.
Go ahead. I'm
David
about to go
Glover.
have a cigarette right quick.
They
listen. Let me tell you what she did to me.
No,
Her. Do you want to know?
no.
She want
We
to know
don't want
because
to know.
she
They
brought
don't
me
want to
up.
know.
She brought me
No,
up. She tagged me in because I'm
no.
gonna tell you what she did to me.
Kiki, you got 12 seconds, Dave said. I'm reading the post. Dave said you got 12 seconds to tell the story. 12
I don't
seconds.
even tell you how you dissed me. So
Oh,
bad.
no. Dave,
Her
Dave,
hit me
tell
up
her.
on a
Dave
side
said
note.
you
I
got
would
12
tell you what
seconds.
she did to me.
I'm just letting y'all know I'm going to have me a little cigarette and I'll be right back.
Okay, so me too, Dave. Hold on. I'm going to have one with you. So you can tell Kiki, you can tell her to tell her the
Listen,
story. Because me and
listen,
Dave going to have a cigarette
when
break.
I bought my first townhouse, right? She
Uh-huh.
said she's gonna help me because she's like the Black Martha Stewart, like my mother. But I was in North Carolina and my mother was all the way up in Buffalo. So but Tanya lives in North Carolina. So she came and painted half of the wall and the bitch never came back. And so that's not my skill set. So it took me over a month, probably 2 months to do the freaking painting on my house. She never came back. So she never came back. And she's like, oh, I'm as long as it will work in school. I was like, but you never should have started this project. And you said we was gonna do this and you failed me because I already know I don't know how to do the shit.
Left you in the bind.
Yes, she did. So my house looked fucked up for 2 months. My brand new townhouse fucked up. But what I learned from that is that it empowered me to do something outside of my box. And painting, that's not my skill set. I did all A's in school, but art C's. So that's not my skill set. But I learned because she left me with a half chocolate wall on my brand new house.
Oh, yeah. See,
Boom.
good color. See, good.
Yep.
And see, the assumption here is this: is that the
Mhm.
assumption is that men aren't capable. of either staging a home or furnishing a home that meets or exceeds a woman's expectations. I have never, and I've been on my own since I was 27. Granted, the first time I moved out, I moved in with my boy. I have never been in a place where a female has come over and said, this place is a dump. This place looks like this. This place needs to be cleaned. This needs this. This needs that. I'm a more than capable man of putting my home together so it meets and or exceeds the expectations of any woman that walks in here. And when I say any woman, I'm talking any woman. Now, I've been here 11 years this past November, so I really haven't done what I wanted to with this house because I'm still waiting on some things to come through. So by the time I get this house to where I want this house to be, when people come in here, they're going to be like, who else lives here? Because the funny thing about that is this. When I went to Buffalo State, my room was so clean that I had females come by there and accuse me of either having my girlfriend clean the room, my mother clean the room, or somebody else clean the room. See, I'm not your average rank and file guy. Everything I do, there's some intent behind it. From the shoes I wear to picking up the things in my kitchen and color coordinating. I have no problem with decorating the home. I have no problem with putting the home together so it looks inviting because I'm the type of guy when a female comes in here, she finds it hard to keep her clothes on. Okay. Not because I'm that type of guy, because the home says I'm that type of guy. So women come in here and they're comfortable.
Wait. So wait, hold on. First of all, can I just
Ladies
clarify?
killer.
I saw a chat that said me and Dave went to take a cigarette break. I really didn't even leave. I didn't even realize that I wasn't on. So it was suspect day that we left for a cigarette break. That was a joke. And so at
Yeah,
the
that was a
same
joke.
time,
I had to go drain the main vein.
I know. And so then I'm reading the comments like they left for a cigarette break. Like they,
And then I was
so
like,
they wait. And so I listen. You know, I'm too nosy to leave and not be a part of what's going on. So I was there. I didn't even realize I was all not on mute. So wait, hold on. What did you say? Say that again. Because this was some good stuff. Herb, hold on. You said this was good stuff right now.
They can put together a house.
Yeah.
That when the female comes in, she finds it hard to keep her clothes on.
She got a what? Wait, what?
I said she finds it hard to keep her clothes on, meaning she's comfortable.
That shit real right there.
Wait, hold on. Y'all keep laughing. I can't hear him. He's serious. What did you say?
I'm being half serious, half facetious.
I know, but
I'm the type of guy that can put a home together. That when a woman walks in here, she finds it hard to keep her clothes on.
Okay, Big Daddy. Okay, Big Daddy. Okay, temperament. We're gonna call you Temperament Daddy because you know the temperature.
Just call me the Big Bad Wolf.
The Big Bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I did see that on there. Big Bad Wolf. Yes, Big Bad Wolf.
I dress well. I speak well. A lot of things I do are done well.
I know. And so, Kiki, don't laugh. And so, do you have the fan on? You have the fan on for?
Why would I have the fan on? I'm cool enough.
Not for a hot flash. I haven't. Well, you might be for some women. I don't know.
I was gonna say I've been known to put fires out.
I'm just talking about for a hot flash because I was.
I've been known to put fires out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying. I just was laughing at the TikTok.
Yeah, fire extinguisher.
Yeah, they gotta get checked. And they get checked every month, and that's the regulation for life safety. So I'm just saying.
So whether it's a hot flash or a solar flare, I'm good.
Okay.
He said solar flare. He said solar flare.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't know about. I'm not even engaging in hot flashes. That's my own issue. It has nothing to do with her. So I'm just saying. My hot flash has nothing to do with her, but I don't care what you are. My hot flash has nothing to do with her. I'm going. Whatever you're doing, okay. I agree. Whatever you are.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm sorry. The solar The solar flare reference was to the sun.
It can be to whatever. I tried to reference the sun
Hold on,
earlier, and you told me you ain't
hold
moving
on,
the damn
hold on,
headboard.
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
just saying, or the couch.
Let me introduce you to the poetic side of Herbert.
No.
The hottest thing known to man is what? A star. Solar flares come off the surface of the star. It's supposed to be hotter than the star's surface itself. So if I'm cool enough to cool the hottest thing known to man, then what do you think I can do in terms of handling hot women?
I don't know, but I'm talking about what it has to do.
Hold on.
I don't care about the sun, the star, the moon. I'm talking about if if your house is east facing, the sun's for plants, because I'm a woman. So I'm the softer side of the universe. So I'm concerned about if my plants are going to grow, if they're facing the east side versus the west. I have to know what side, what house I purchase, and where the sun rises and sets for my plants. And then when I go to sleep, I don't care about what, it don't matter. If I'm having a hot flash,
let me make this a little easier.
I don't care nothing about that. I just want to know if the fan is working.
He said he wants to make easier for you.
Not
so he
for
needed
hot flash.
Tanya, listen. So he need to dumb it down for you.
Okay, dummy it. Cause a hot flash, you gotta go real low. Come on, Herb. Go low. Cause a hot flash, you gotta go
hold on. When I said let me introduce you to the poetic side of me, that was the poetic side, the solar flare.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The solar flare.
Yeah.
Meaning I can deal with her and her issues. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Menopause triggers a whole lot of different changes.
I know, but you should never say that you gotta deal with a woman. That's when you get the non-softer side. Because women don't want to know that men deal with them. What do you deal with in life? You deal with taxes. You deal with going to work. You don't want to deal with things. When you say you deal with that whole, and I say that, because I try to teach my employees, when you use the mere comment of I deal with, it's a negative connotation. Because when you say you deal with something, that doesn't, when you're dealing with it, we deal with life every day. So when you start out a conversation to a person and you say, I deal with, people don't feel warm and fuzzy about, because Black people have always said that dealing with something, when Black people say they deal with something, that is not a positive. We don't deal with the right to vote. We don't say that in a positive. We say deal with like it's a hassle. So when you say you deal with, in terms of interacting with people, it's a hassle. When you say I deal with means you got to use all your energy, muster up all your energy to deal with something. That means it's not happy for you. Now, if you say,
there's that word again.
Good point. That's a good point.
Okay, well, okay, not happy, but when you say if I go to work and I say to my staff, I come to work and I gotta deal with y'all, that makes them feel like it's an unhappy environment. If I come to work and I say, we have to embrace changes, we have to embrace challenges, we have to encompass some kind of circumstances for the day, that gives them a different life. But if I say to them, I have to deal with them, that means I had to struggle. I had to get there. And, people don't want to hear that.
I'll see that point to you if you can answer me this question.
Yes.
How do you think the average man handles a woman going through menopause?
Huh?
You accept it. You should embrace it. Because
why?
If you, well, depends on.
Why is it? Hold on, because I'm not experiencing
it. Why should you embrace it? Oh, well, because depends on which one you have. It might be to your benefit. So I'm just saying, I can't.
Why would it be to my benefit?
Okay, well, I'm a healthcare provider, and I'm going to say only that you should look it up. You should look it up. Herb, you should look it up because there's some benefits to it you might not know.
Give us those benefits, T.
Yeah,
Give
please.
it to
I'm
us.
not,
I'm going feign ignorance right now.
No,
I have no
no.
idea. I have no idea.
It's some perks to it that meets the needs of the business partnership. So you say it's a partnership.
Oh, well, hold on.
You should know. You should know what. You should look it up because you should know what your partner brings to the table. Herb.
Hold on. Well, let me give you a little bit of wrinkle into Herb. I don't deal with women that can conceive.
Deal.
So
Okay,
her
well,
going through menopause doesn't mean
what?
anything to me.
he said he don't. He said
I don't deal with
deal.
women that can't conceive.
I can't.
So her going through
They,
menopause
they
means
can't.
absolutely
They
nothing to
can't
me.
proceed. Can't
That
proceed.
can't what? They can't.
That can conceive. You don't think I got to be 52 and ain't got no kids by mistake now, do you?
I mean, I don't know nothing about that because at
You may be
51, I'm
innocent.
not
So-
I
having
have no
any.
idea.
So
So
I know,
basically,
there's
Herb,
so
you would
many-
never deal with a younger woman.
No.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that an older woman can't. Just because you're going through menopause don't mean you can't
You
conceive.
didn't listen again. You trying to sell a story and you're not listening to the information that I wanted to give you. So you're
Got
trying
it.
to sell
Go.
me something I'm not buying.
Go.
I'm not going to deal with a woman that can conceive.
So
that
how
means-
do you tell me, Dr. Hurd, because now you're crossing over into a whole nother field. How do you know she can't? You went to the doctor with her and you had her estrogen levels tested and you know this for a fact?
Let me ask you. Let me return serve then. How do you think I got to be 52 with no kids?
Well,
She swallowed.
I have
She swallowed.
a. I'm gonna let my non-clinical
We adults,
best
so we
friend
can talk
talk
to
about that. I'm gonna let my non-clinical friend answer that, but I have all kind of answers for that I don't care to share here because I think
She's probably said your
I didn't
because
say anything.
because your
I
baby
said
can't produce no
I
kids.
did
That's
not
what
say
she probably said.
anything.
That's what she probably said.
I said I'm not
How do you
going
know
to
what she tried to say?
engage that, but I just want to dispel the myth that because a woman is going through menopause does not mean that she is not able to conceive children. If anybody told you that in your lifetime, that's a myth.
What?
So don't get caught up in that.
Hold on.
Don't think because a woman has a hot flash that she can't get pregnant. If that's what, let's just dummy it down. I'm a nurse.
Hold
if
on.
you think a woman has
Yes,
a hot
but-
flash that she can't get pregnant, if that's what you're banking on, zero evidence. And so,
But
myth
you're
dispel.
not listening to what I'm telling you.
I'm listening.
You can't be.
I can. If
Because
you said
you're still stuck on menopause and you haven't heard me say that I don't deal with women who can't conceive.
oh, so you only date women that has had their tubes tied.
Oh, Eureka!
Oh, well, there you go. What's she
Eureka was actually a vacuum.
Well, yeah, if she had her tubes tied, she's probably at the age that she don't want to move your couch.
Oh my God!
And she don't want to close your
Damn.
curtains because she don't really care if the light is shining or not. And so, yes, I got
So
you.
he
I
only
got
date cougars. That's what he's saying.
So he knows for. And so let me ask you this. Her.
So basically, Tanya,
Wait, hold
Tanya
on.
said it's basically
Kiki,
it goes back to you.
Kiki is one step further.
Mm-hmm.
Have you verified that? Because I could tell you that I had my tubes tied, and if you not seen the paperwork, you don't know if I had them tied or not.
Who said that was the only method of sterilization?
Oh, so you had the V.
Nope. Let me put it to you like
That
this.
better
young
be.
lady. Hold
That
on. Let me put it to you like this, young lady. When I was 24, I dated somebody that was 36. Guess what she had done?
Herb, I'm an old lady.
older.
So talk older.
I say young lady with
Tanya, I
all due
called it.
respect.
You didn't listen to me. I called it. He
Okay,
dated.
wait.
When I was 24, I dated. Hold on, let my boy out.
Yeah.
I called it, Tanya. You didn't catch it. I called it early.
What?
I called it.
When I was 24, I dated somebody that was 36.
Yeah.
Guess what procedure she had done that rendered her infertile?
What?
she had a partial hysterectomy. Now, you tell me with your medical knowledge, can a woman who has a partial hysterectomy conceive?
How do you know what she had? Did you go to the doctor?
Hold on. Can I interject for this one time?
Ooh, to Kenya.
Thank you.
I know, Dave.
Right. So did they remove both of her ovaries or just one of her ovaries?
They
He told
they
you
removed
partial.
half of her uterus.
He
Huh?
told you
They removed
partial.
They
He
removed
said
half of
partial.
her uterus.
He said
So-
partial.
I'm asking I'm asking you,
I know.
Tanya. That
Mhm.
means both her
No, no,
uterus.
no. No, forget that, Kiki. I don't
I'm
care
asking
what-
you a fucking question. Like,
no,
what?
don't, because it don't matter. Because here's the thing: did her see the paperwork?
And once again, you are trying to force a situation upon me that I created 30 years ago.
No, she's not. She's not.
No, I'm
She's
just
trying
merely
to-
asking you a
want me to tell
question.
you why? Because she's disavowing the fact that I'm 52 and I don't have any kids.
And you think
No,
that's because you made
her-
a conscious decision to date women that? No, no, I'm asking about paperwork.
She's not saying that because I'm 51, but about to be down there 52, and I don't have no kids, and I've never been pregnant. I never
trust
had
me.
an abortion. How but
But
no,
but I have.
She's not. Right. Okay. That's something that we didn't know, but I'm trying to say
But,
she's
hold on,
not.
hold on, hold on.
I'm
But
trying
it's
to
not- it's
say
not
that
germane
she's
to the
not
topic,
trying.
though.
I'm trying to say that she's not trying to evaluate you. That's
No,
not
disavow.
her. No, disavow. She's not trying to do that. I'm trying to say that.
But it may not seem like it to you, but she is, because she's not considering the fact that I'm here
Mhm.
in my
With
in
no
my
children.
hold on. In my current situation, not only validates what I've done, it speaks to what I've done. So
Mhm.
if what I've done isn't successful, then why don't I have a kid?
I don't think
Because
she meant.
I know, but we're talking about statistics.
She does. She's not trying.
I mean,
to say
I'm
that.
a healthcare provider, so I'm talking about statistics. So we're talking about statistically
And you know what? And
speaking.
you know what the statistics say about me? That I'm going to be dead in about 10 years. Is that what you really believe?
She doesn't.
I don't know.
your
You
prognosis.
believe that? I mean, I don't know. Do you believe
No,
it? Because all I'm
That's what you just said.
Stop. Tanya, hold on. She doesn't know your prognosis. She doesn't know she can't do you a
are
health
absolutely
evaluation. She
correct.
has nothing to. She doesn't know that, so she's not saying that. She's not saying it at all.
I understand it, which is what I'm trying to get her to see. But she's so focused on the fact that I'm probably going to produce one that she's not regarding what has
No,
come.
I'm not focused on nothing. I don't know what you're trying to produce. Because they can't even move your bed or your curtains, so I'm not focused on nothing.
But do you understand how she keeps going back to that as if that's going to change? The rest of the
I mean,
say, okay, you know what?
It's very
She's
what
not
I do
budging, let's
know
move on.
is there's very few things that she's gonna do that you're gonna be okay with. So I'm not focused on anything.
Wouldn't this be knowledge to people? Not even saying it's Herb and Tanya going at it, like even when Tanya said, "Have you seen the paperwork for guys that get hoodwinked?" And somebody tells them that, "Oh, I've got this done, I got that done," and they think, "Okay, it's free nilly. I could do whatever I want." Then next thing that you know, she ends up pregnant. Now you jacked up. So I think it's further questioning needs to be involved. Conversations need to be had.
You know what? You already know I agree with you, Dave, which is why I have the book coming out. There's what?
100 questions.
And in those 100 questions, guess what I'm able to ascertain?
What?
Whether that chick is FOS or not.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
I said I'm able to ascertain whether that chick is FOS, and I haven't told you what it stands for, so don't worry.
Please tell me. Tell me what it stands for. I need to know that.
Because y'all didn't tell me what BED or something stand for.
Oh, DEC. Kiki.
We can all play that game. We can all play that game now. I'm Swift. I'm real Swift.
FOS is full of shit.
I played them, but I'm real Swift.
FOS is if she's full of shit or not. But guess what?
Right. You're
In
absolutely
the
correct.
In
And
the
guess what?
healthcare environment, you won't know if somebody is full of shit
Right.
unless she signed her HIPAA paperwork and you
Right.
can receive the records. Because
But I don't.
let me
But
tell you,
you know what the beautiful thing about being Herbert L. Lewis is? I don't need her medical paperwork. She's gonna tell me whether she's lying or not.
I'm
That's
sorry,
now
what?
ask me
She's
how.
going to do what? What? I'm
She's
sorry,
Legally,
going
what?
to
he
tell me
will.
whether she's lying or not. No, ask me how.
Legally, he will.
I don't know how you're going to ascertain that. How do you ascertain
I'm
that?
telling you, the evidence is sitting in front of you, but you refuse to acknowledge it.
What's the evidence? Everybody might have
I'm
missed it. What
52
is
with
it?
no kids. Chalk it up how you want to. The evidence is sitting right here.
You
Acknowledge it,
think
dear.
that's the
It's like
evidence?
it's like
Okay.
castor
I
oil.
mean,
Just take it. Just take it. Just drink it.
listen,
It's good for you.
listen. Listen, Herb, I'm with you. I'm with you. If you think that that's what's working, I'm with you. I'm
But,
with you, my brother. My
but how do
brother,
you
I'm
argue?
with you.
But how do you argue against it when it's been successful for 22 years?
She just said she wasn't.
No, I'm
No,
She
no, no,
just
with
no, no,
said
no.
you.
she
I
just
said,
said
how do
she
I'm
you
was
with
argue
with you.
against
you.
it? I'm not saying her specifically. I'm just
And
saying
my
anyone. Because she's not the only one that I've had this discussion with. I had this discussion with people at work.
I mean, so unless I'm a healthcare provider again,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Mhm.
I deal with statistics. So
Mm-hmm.
unless you told me all of the women, all of their background, I can't make an educated. That's like me going in for heart surgery, and I don't have your labs. I don't know what your BNP is. I don't
But
know what your creatinine. I can't make that. But if it works for you, and that's what you're going with. I'm going with you, Herb,
okay,
if it works for
okay.
That's
you.
why social history is important in all facets.
You
You gotta have some.
daggone
You
Skippy.
gotta have some social history.
But if Herb is saying it worked for him,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not telling
happy for
anybody else to follow
you.
my footsteps now. I would be a fool to tell somebody to do that. That's
No,
why I
but
don't
you
recommend what I do
telling
to anyone else.
you are on social media and you are
Mhm.
telling in this platform a
No, no, no,
lot
no,
of
no, no.
people.
I haven't told anyone to do what I do. I tell people what I've done. Huge
I
difference.
know,
So if
but
you don't have the wherewithal
they
to
may
discern that,
use
that's
that
not my
as their
problem.
model. They may
Nope,
use that as
nope.
their model to be
No, I'm not gonna allow you to lay that on my doorstep.
so Herb, you got to make a disclaimer. You got to. You
No, I
got to
do
make
not.
it.
No,
Yeah,
I do
you
not.
did. Yeah. You just
I do
you
not have to make a disclaimer. You know why?
because people are following you on this
You
platform,
know
and you
why I
got
do
to
not have to
say
make a disclaimer?
why.
Because the only thing I claim to be a professional on is me.
But
Nothing
you're
else.
on a social platform, and so
It
what
does
if
not matter
what if
where I
somebody
am.
DMs you? What if somebody DMs you and they're like, "Hey, Mr. Herb, I was looking at you, and I want to be like you, and I don't want to get there. I don't want her to move my couch, touch my curtains. I want her to leave my." And they say, "I want you to give me advice to be like you, and I want to be 52 years old. I want to have my own stuff. The partnership they're gonna look at you because you put yourself out there on a platform." And so
you know what? Let me make it a little easier for you.
Okay.
I have volunteer mentor for kids.
Yeah. But we ain't talking kids ain't doing what you doing. Come on now, Herb.
Hold on. Specifically kids.
Yeah.
And you know what I tell the young black men? I tell them, where you live at right now, you are the pearl. And the world is your oyster. You can have whatever you want, whenever you want it. But the first thing you got to get right is your education. Second of all, you got to stay away from these females.
Why? Wait.
Hold on. You asked the question. You asked the question. You asked the question. Listen to the answer.
I did. You're right.
Stay away from these females. Go get your money right, your circumstances. These females will find you. And when they do, make sure the ones
you can't move the headboard.
Hold on. The ones that you do, make
can't
sure they're willing to follow your program.
So they got to follow you. So they got to succumb to you.
No. You ask me what I would tell a kid who wants to emulate my lifestyle and have my success.
make
just
sure the
talking
women
about
that
not
you get.
having children and all that because you have a successful
Hold on.
formula.
So why do you and so what defines success? And why do you think that you're successful?
Because he
Well,
didn't have children.
no. Let's look at it like this. Would you define somebody who owns a home successful?
No,
Success is, I mean,
no,
success,
no.
Okay.
I mean,
is
I mean, no.
success
I'm asking
is
him,
subjective.
Tanya. I'm
Hold
asking him a
Success
on. But
is
that's
question.
why I asked the
subjective.
question.
I'm asking him a question. No.
Okay.
Owning a house is really freaking easy. No. So
Okay.
what else?
Would you define in America? Would you define a black man who's able to run for public office, be a high school dropout, go through the foster care system, be kicked out of his house by his mother, only to come back and graduate high school, still flunk out of college, but still manage to run a straight and nail successful?
No, but can I just interject this
No.
one thing?
That's
Okay.
easy. That's easy too. That's easy too.
Success is
Okay.
Okay, so
subjective.
what else? So what else?
Everybody's
Hold on. Stop. I'm
definition
asking him
is
what else?
yeah, but
What else?
everybody's definition of success is subjective.
He
Yeah,
asked.
there's
He
no
asked
true
me.
there's no
Oh,
true
he-
measurement for that.
Right.
Tanya.
Success
He
with
So
that.
that's
asked
for
me a
you.
question.
So he asking you about your success. That's you, Kiki. Because
No,
he's not
he asked
asking.
me. So therefore,
That's for you. He ain't asking me and Dave. He's asking
right?
you.
He asking me.
That's a
So why
question to
you
everybody. That's a question to
interjecting?
No,
everyone.
that's
Hold
not
on,
for
Stop.
everybody. Because
Her,
that's
her,
for you. Because you're answering.
Tanya,
Go.
but he's talking to me. So you're
So you
interjecting that.
answer. Oh, Dave, look at this. Dave, look at this. Now.
Look.
Now. Look at this,
He-
Dave. This
he's
the
talking
interview
to
stuff,
me,
right? See what I'm
and
talking
I
about, Dave?
said no. But you interjected. I said no.
No. Go ahead. He's talking to you.
And
Y'all
then
so
I
cute.
said, okay, so now what else? What else? Because that's basic rudimentary shit that every black person go through. So what else?
You know what? You are absolutely correct, and I'm glad you said that because this is where the break comes. So what I'm doing, and what tens of millions of other Americans are doing, doesn't make them a success. So if that doesn't make them a success, then I am by default a failure, and I don't have a problem being a failure doing what I've done.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's move on.
Okay. Oh, they had
Tanya,
the power.
Dave, they wanna shorten this up too. So Herb asked Kiki what her definition of success was. So
No. How would she define?
Oh, how? Yeah. So right. How? What? Okay. Same thing. So you didn't ask me or Dave our definition, and so to my point, success by every person is defined differently.
Correct.
Okay. So Kiki gave her answer. Me and Dave, we just laid back in the cut. Laid in the cut. We laid in the cut. We didn't say a word. We back in the cut, Dave. We laid in the cut. We didn't say a word. We laid in the cut because you didn't
I had to
ask
shut your
us.
ass up.
Yeah, you did, and it was
I did.
appropriate. It was appropriate because he was talking to you. And to my point, success is defined differently by every person.
I agree.
And so he asked the question. You chimed in. I was chimed in. You said, no, let me answer. And appropriately, you should have answered because he asked a question of success. And so if you look up what is the definition of success, that is to each person. And so I have a different definition. Dave has a different, you have one. So you answered the question.
Right.
And so that was for him. So now what is
Do you want my definition of what success is?
Kiki wants it. I know she is just
My
burning.
definition of success is very simple.
Yeah.
Getting up to live another day.
That's your definition of success. Living another day. Waking up.
No. I didn't say living. I said getting up.
Oh, waking up. So
another day.
Oh, so waking up in the morning. You successful just by waking up. Okay.
Because my sister at 47, she didn't get to do that.
See, I view things differently than the average person. I don't need all the drippings and all that other stuff to
But
be
I
innocent.
mean, but you totally negated everything that you said
No,
2 minutes
Kiki.
ago. I'm
No,
just
not at
Kiki.
all. Not at
Kiki.
all.
That's his definition.
I fall
So
back. I fall
his
back.
What I gave
Two
is
you.
step.
waking up. So
ATL
breathing.
tip. Mm.
So breathing. And
What
so what he said to me is some of the things that we take for granted in life, like waking up in the morning.
He didn't say
We
that.
I know, but
with me.
he
Understood.
said
He didn't say
breathing.
that with me.
He
But
said
I did 2
breathing.
steps, right?
Right. He said
Mm.
breathing, waking
Yeah.
up. And so
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
a healthcare provider that wants to make sure when you stop breathing that if your wishes are to continue to breathe, then I'm going to pump on your chest and make sure you breathe. So if you say your definition is just waking up, and that's what you look forward to each day, and that's your measure of success, well, I'm going to be the person to hopefully pump on your chest to make sure that I help meet your needs.
Right.
But I don't
want that done.
Okay,
I do
well
not want that
then
done.
guess what? If that's how
Then-
it's so
Then
perfect,
make sure you have
I
the
mean,
DNR.
yeah, and
Do
so
not
you got your most
resuscitate.
form on record,
You're absolutely
and
correct.
you had a care plan, and everybody knows that that's
Right.
your needs. However, if you don't, it's okay. But if that's all you aspire in terms of success is to just wake up breathing, and your life is just that.
See, now
I
you,
just
hold on.
want
See. This is where I gotta.
no,
this is where I
because
gotta
you
pull back.
said
today.
success. You
You-
said
you-
success.
No,
You said
no,
success.
you didn't get me.
No, you
Steve-
said success.
Steve
You said success.
I didn't say success.
Yes, you did.
You did. You did. You did. Heard me said success. Heard Dave.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Dave, I need you to
Hold-
chime in.
let him clear up his point because from what I heard, you said with success is you is
you real slick. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Dave's got something to say. Hold on.
I said what I consider to be successful is waking up the next day. You're trying to equate that with me not.
I'm not trying to do anything.
Come on now, you talking fast and loose.
I'm
You
not
talking
trying to
fast
do
and loose. Come
anything.
on now.
See-
Don't try and play me like that.
see where I think whatever
Don't try and play me like
Herb,
that.
you probably should have elaborated on that because
but this
Wait,
is the thing.
let Dave finish.
Yeah.
Let Dave
So
finish.
I know where Dave was going.
Dave, where you going? Dave, I need to hear
where I'm going is that because when you said it, a lot of people wake up and they breathe, but I guess for me, when I'm equating that to myself, I could wake up every day, but I always have to say to myself, damn, I got another opportunity to do something greater than just waking up. Because a lot of people wake up every day and they have no purpose or whatever the case is. But I think that's an engine to success, waking up. You got to wake up before you even make any moves toward success. So the more days you wake up, the more opportunities you have.
Let me put it to you like this. I often made the joke when I lost one of my elections that me and Mitt Romney have one thing in common. Now, most people look at me, average workaday man, and Mitt Romney, who's very well to do, and they say, you guys have absolutely nothing in common. And I say, oh, but we do. I said, we both have lost an election. And when people sit there and kind of dump on this, say, well, that's not having something in common. The reason why I say that is this. Every day I wake up is a successful day to me because some people don't get to do it. That day gives me another opportunity to pursue other avenues of success. Success is not just defined in one manner, which is what you're trying to do. I understand what it is that you're saying, but that's not how I roll.
No. I'm not.
Come on now. Let's call it what it is.
Something that for you to wake up the
Let's
next
call it
day,
what it is. Let's call it what it
It's-
is. Success can be measured in a lot of different ways.
It is. That's why
That's why I
That's
asked
not
the question
success.
about the home and
That's
everything
why I
else.
asked you.
A homeless man would consider me owning their home a success, would they not?
Absolutely. That's why
Okay,
I said
so
to
don't,
you,
so don't
define
try and do that
success.
nonsense. See, I can't
No,
stand when people try and be
Kiki,
disingenuous and they're
Kiki.
trying to undercut you.
No,
That's
no,
wrong.
no. I would not.
That's wrong.
Her.
That's flat out wrong.
Her.
And I can't
I
even deal with
just,
nonsense
I
like that.
just
I
met
refuse to
you,
deal
and I
with
wanted,
nonsense like that.
I wanted to have a conversation with you
No, you
because I
didn't.
wanted.
No, you didn't. I'm calling it. I'm calling it like
Herb,
it is.
how do you
Oh
know
my
my heart?
No,
Herb,
you
you
didn't.
don't know my heart. You don't know my
I
heart.
don't have to know your heart to hear what you're saying.
See,
I asked you a
look,
question, and
Tanya, fall back because
let,
I got this. Fall
Got-
back.
let me
Go.
let, let,
Go.
let me interject. Let me interject. And I know you heard. I know Tanya, and she's always gonna ask deeper level questions. She's always
That's
gonna
fine.
ask
That's fine.
questions to go further, and for me to say, and I'm calling it real. She's always had a good heart. Always had a
No,
good
no,
heart.
no, 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 no. I'm
But
not questioning her heart. I'm questioning how she's trying to obtain information that's already been given to her. If I tell you no once, that's all. That should be all the no you need. That's what we tell guys. She said no, right? So why should it be any different for anyone else? If I say something, take me at face value. Don't try and poke holes in the story that you don't know the half of. That's my point.
Herb,
I've never
Herb,
lied to anybody. I've never
Herb,
deceived anybody. I don't
Herb,
have to.
Herb, and I would never
And now she
poke
want to call
holes
me from the
in.
bottom of the stairs.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to poke holes in nothing, cause I don't have an agenda. I'm having a conversation,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
and so in my conversation, I'm just asking you what defines success. And so to you, you said success is waking up, and I know so many people.
But
And
see,
I
hold on, stop,
wait,
stop,
hold
stop.
on, hold on,
Hold
wait.
on, hold on,
Let
hold
me
on,
finish. Let me
hold on. Wait a
finish. Let
minute.
me
If you're gonna have a
Herb,
conversation,
let me
if
finish.
you're
Let
going
me
to have a
finish.
conversation with
Herb,
me,
can I
make
finish?
the conversation about me and no one else.
I know, but okay, so let me say this. In
No,
my
you got to do
experience,
me that solid
okay,
because I haven't done that to you.
in my conversation with her, the reason why I ask a question for me, I don't care about nobody else, is to gain knowledge and understanding about a
Mhm.
person that's on this call that I'm having a conversation with. And
But
so,
this is
it,
it's not a
hold on, but
conversation.
it is.
Up. She's
Hold
trying
on,
to make a
her.
statement.
I'm trying to say, I asked you a genuine question
Mhm.
because when people don't ask questions, they don't know. And I'm
Mhm.
asking you a question because I don't know. And so I said to you, what is your definition of success?
And I
And
gave
so
it to you.
you gave it to me and you said waking up every day. So I
Mhm.
have an 80-year-old mother. I have a
Ah,
father
you
that
see,
passed.
this
Wait,
is what I'm talking about.
hold on. Hurt.
Hard as
And
Hold
fuck.
on.
I'm gonna let you
But
talk.
see, this is where I
I'm
said I got
gonna.
to cut the conversation
I know,
because
but
No,
I
you
you
did
have.
can't.
not
you
know
you
right
But
you
to
you
you,
cut
got
the
you
con-
gotta you gotta let her connect the dots.
you
You
gotta
gotta let her
let. I
connect.
gotta
But
connect the
this is
dots.
hold on.
Hurt.
This is
Okay, so
what we tell people.
I'm gonna fall back and I'm gonna let, because you can tell people all day, but you can tell people, but when you ask people and you listen to people, it's
Mhm.
different from just telling them. So you can tell people all day. I don't care what you tell people, but
Let me put it to you like this.
if you tell people and you don't understand where people are in receiving what you're saying, what you tell them is fucking pointless. And so I'm gonna say this. I'm asking you a question, and I asked you a question of what is the definition to you of success?
Okay.
And you said it's waking up every day. And so I respect that because
Now,
I'm
if
not.
hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Let
Wait,
me guide
Herb.
you. Let
Herb,
me guide
you know, I
you.
don't need no guidance. I don't need
Yes, you
guidance on that.
do.
No, I
You
don't need
do.
guidance.
You do
I
need
can't.
guidance.
I
That
don't need
a wise man
guidance.
always understands that
I
there is
don't
always room for
need
guidance.
guidance. I don't need guidance on in what in my brain allows me to understand what you just told me. I don't need guidance on that. You can clarify, but I'm trying to tell you, and this is the part about the partnership, the relationship, because if I'm telling you I receive what you're saying and I process this a certain way, and I'm trying to tell you how I process it, you don't need to tell me and guide me, and I don't need that. I'm telling you, this is what I received from what you said. I asked the question. The question was, what defines success to you? And what you said to me
Mhm.
is waking up every day.
Mhm.
And so, regardless of what I feel about your definition, it's yours. It's hers. I don't own it. That's your shit.
Mhm.
It ain't my shit. So
Mhm.
I'm listening to you and I'm saying, wow, Herb is saying waking up every day. And so I listen to you, right? I ask the question, I listen to you. I don't need you to interpret, tweak, add comments to how my brain interprets what you said. I received you and I respect what you said to me. Because what? I'm a human, a female, and I asked the question. Now I got to be ready for the real. Herb said it's waking up every day. And I said, oh, wow. I mean, regardless of my thoughts, that's your shit. That's your definition. So and I'm not dumbing it down. I'm not hyping it up. I asked a question and you gave me the answer. You said waking up every day. And I said, okay, that's your thing. Who am I to say your definition is fucked up and ain't it? That's not me. I'm not going to say that. And a woman that's for you and about you will not judge what you said, because guess what? It's hers and it ain't mine. And I respect that you
Okay,
said waking up.
let me explain to you what you just said and how I'm receiving it then. When you asked me the question and I answered, and then you talk about there are 80-year-old women that you've had patients that all they did was wake up. You're telling me that definition is bullshit and it ain't good enough for you.
Okay, well,
Hear me out. Hear me out. So now you're forcing me to do something that I don't want to do. Not that I'm not comfortable. This is why you said earlier to me that, I'm sorry, it may not have been you, it may have been what's the name, that I need to tone down my delivery because what I give
don't put that on. Don't put that on. Herb, don't put that on me. Herb, I am only responsible for my actions. Don't put that on me.
So let me say this. Let me say this. Hey, what's up, Shanti? So one of the things I would say is when you say just waking up, most people is gonna say they're gonna want more. Give me more. Give me more than that.
Let me cut you for a hot second. What she should have done, as opposed to making a statement, was asking a follow-up question. I would have answered it. She didn't do that, and that's my point.
Wow, that's meaning right there.
So it's no. Actually, I did ask follow-up.
No, you did not. You proceeded to say waking up, and I have an 80-year-old patient.
One of those epic shows in the counselor's corner.
What I said.
I tried to tell her in the beginning this was going to happen.
Night to be available on a Monday, huh?
Herb, what I said was,
hello.
If that is your definition of success, I know I have a get along crew that feels the same way. However, if your definition of success is just waking up at our age, that's a blessing that we just wake up. But if you say that is if you are successful because you woke up today on 2/12. So you are a successful man. You woke up. That's not where I was going with that. What I was saying was in reference to generationally speaking, I can't have a comment or an opinion about your definition of success. Your definition of success is yours. I don't own it. It ain't my shit. That's your shit. So if you say you woke up and you happy and you feel like you on top of the world.
There's that word again.
If you woke up this morning and that has brought you content in your life, who the hell am I? It's your life, not mine. So you woke up. So you are successful. I can say one thing if I don't say nothing else tonight. Herb is successful because he woke up on 2/12/2024. My nigga, high five. Dude, nigga, my brother, shit, hell, I celebrate successful people that if their level of success is just waking up, my 80-year-old mother is happy when she just wake up. When I call her and I say every day I talk to my mother and she 80 years old and I say, hey, Mom, what you doing? Blah, blah. How was your day? Blah, blah. She said, well, I woke up this morning and I'm like, was that your goal? Is that all you want to do for the day was wake up? my nigga, my mama, my best friend in the whole wide world, that I would give her a kidney. If that's your goal to wake up this morning, I'm with her. I got her back all day. If she need my kidney, I'm gonna give it to her. Because
But
if that's her goal,
once again, you have taken a word and
oh,
you're adding to it.
Dave, tell me if I'm adding to it. Kiki, tell me. Y'all know I
Yeah,
receive.
because you said goal. When did I say
I mean,
waking up was a goal? Oh no,
success.
that's what you said.
I
And
said
now we want to
success.
tap dance like Josephine Baker.
So
See, this is
wait.
what I'm talking about.
So
The
Kiki,
disingenuous nature of the
did I say
discussion.
define success? Dave, did I say
But you said
goal?
goal. You said if your goal. I never said that waking up was
I
my
said
goal.
She said
definition.
define. It was
Definition in life.
define your
Define.
success.
Yeah,
She said
define
define what
success.
success is to you. I
define.
said
You said
waking up. I said
waking
never
up.
said anything about goal. I have
But
a lot of
basically,
goals.
that means the same damn thing.
It does.
But
Thank
I
you,
don't,
Kiki.
and neither does a dictionary.
That means
No,
going to
no.
I mean Niagara Falls High School compared to I don't know.
Success. What
Right.
are the successors in life each day? Every day we should have successors. So if a successful day is that you woke up, so did my 115 residents. And I'm sure they say woo woo. And I say with them, woo woo. My mama is 80 and she say, I woke up. I say, what? I'm with you, my sister.
And see,
If you say,
And my
there's
mom-
a difference between somebody that's 80
yes,
again.
because that's success.
Right,
That's their level of success. Waking
right,
up.
but guess what? Your mom always have a game plan to make her life better.
She does. Don't call her during the football games. She watching a basketball game. Don't
When
fuck
she
with her.
gambling, don't fuck with her. When
Don't
she
call
gambling.
during. Yeah. So it's
Dave, does any of that? Wait a minute, Dave. Does any of that sound familiar to you?
no, because
As far
you
as
didn't
what?
say nothing about that.
As far as Herbert and what I
That
don't
sounds
like,
like
and what I do
exactly
validate.
what you want to do.
Hey, wait, who's this? Wait, hold
This
on.
is Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy. She's
Hey, Shaughnessy.
a long.
Hello.
That's a whole bunch of me. Hi, Shaughnessy.
Hey, who is this, Janetta?
No, we don't know you
No.
personally.
Oh,
No.
oh,
These is
Oh,
my peoples. Whatever. We went to college together.
oh. Hi.
Hi, Shaughnessy.
Why her turn? Shaughnessy, hey Shaughnessy.
Because you
Shaughnessy's in the healthcare field too, and she was
Shaughnessy.
one of my favorite students at the first high school I worked at when I was moved to Maryland.
Shaughnessy, what do you do, babe? What do
I'm a
you do?
nurse.
Shaughnessy,
Oh,
Shaughnessy, so where do you stand in this whole define success? Go on, chime in, because we need to hear somebody else.
I feel like success, it's based on a person. Everybody's level of
Correct.
success and everybody's idea of success is individualized to them.
Correct.
Whereas a person may see me as successful, I feel like I'm not successful yet. I'm on my way there, but I'm not necessarily successful yet. So it's completely up to the person in their life path on where they want to go.
And so what's the barometer for success for you, Shaughnessy? And you're a healthcare professional. Because remember,
Objection,
wait,
Your Honor,
hold on.
My objective opinion about my success is
her success.
My FNP, my DNP, my
Correct.
doctorate in nursing.
Yes.
That when I get my white coat, successful.
Okay, so
I raised two
Shaughnessy,
productive members of society.
Yes,
successful.
ma'am.
Oh my God, she's about to recruit you.
Shaughnessy,
She's going to try that.
if somebody said to you their definition of success was they woke up in the morning without judgment, where would you put that on the bird? I mean, like, I'm not gonna say anything.
It depends on where they are in life, though.
Okay, so where would you think that comment would come from?
Now, so if it's let's just say, I know you guys mentioned older parents. My great grandmother is 95 years old.
Yes.
She wouldn't necessarily say waking up is the word successful. She will say she's blessed.
Right. Correct.
But again, you could be a a person with terminal illness. And if you did wake up the next morning, you may have a 10% chance of living. So that's your definition of success, because that's where you are in life right now. If your goal right now, and you knock it down by goals, hey, in 6 months, I want to manage this firm. If you get there, that is your definition of success right now for that area of your life. So success is very objective, and it's specific to that person's path. A drug addict, they could be 3 days sober. They can see themselves as successful because they never reached that milestone before.
Correct.
They may not have a job yet. They may not be housed yet. They may not have their health in order yet, but they are successful because they did 3 days without their substance. So this is a new level of success.
Absolutely,
but
Hold on. Let me ask
Herb is not
So
talking
the
about
question,
Hold on.
Herb is talking about him.
the question and the response from Herb was
Correct.
he woke up this morning.
Correct.
And so without all of us,
Mhm.
if we take all of us out of the equation, for
Correct.
him, he was successful because he woke up. And so it's not for us. That's not our level of success. That's his. So we have no judgment on that, because that's what he said was successful for him. And who are we? We're nobody, because it's not our life, it's Herb's life. Herb said he woke up, and that made him successful. And so that's where we are in this conversation. He said he woke up this morning, and that made him successful. And so we can go around generations and people, and in our conversation, you're right. Being successful is subjective, because it's a matter of a person's opinion of themselves, for which we are outsiders looking in and saying, oh, okay, Herb woke up. Well, that's his level, but mine might be a past survey. Kiki's might be, I lost 10 pounds. Dave might be, I get 10,000 viewers. I mean, everybody has their own, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's yours, and you own it. No one else owns it. So Herb said he woke up. And so I think he thinks that we're saying it in a bad way. I'm not. Now, I can't speak for everybody else.
Do you want me to tell you, do you really want me to explain to you what you just did? Do you honestly want me to explain to you what you just did? Since you seem to be oblivious to it.
Okay, go ahead. Let us.
Wow. See, so that's what it is. Hold on, stop. So that's what.
No, let him talk. Let him talk.
No,
let him talk.
that's
let him talk.
Stop.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Because this is the same thing that the average black man who doesn't have a degree faces. This is the same stuff that I had.
Who
to face.
doesn't have a degree?
You don't need to be a black man with a degree to be successful.
So who doesn't have a degree?
Run it.
I don't even
down.
know.
Let me run it down. Like I said, this is the same nonsense I had to face when I ran for election for the school board and for the city of Niagara Falls.
And how did that work for you?
Kiki, let him talk. Let him talk.
I'm sorry.
People tried to undercut me because I didn't have the college education that they thought was necessary for quote unquote success.
Okay. No.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on, Kiki. Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
And every day I wake up is another opportunity to continue on my path to a greater success.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
I'm trying to mute myself. I'm gonna try to mute myself.
Well, mute. Let him talk.
I'm trying to.
Because I wanted to nip it. I wanted to kind of cut in, because I think that is the lacking information that was the issue.
Nobody knew that.
Well, he said that. He said that a few times.
Let
Dave
Dave.
That he was a failure. He didn't win.
No, but
And
let
so
Dave.
now
Let
it's like-
Dave. Let Dave. This is Dave's show. Let Dave. Go, Dave.
I know Dave was going to.
I'm trying to mute myself.
Dave's aware of my education.
Well, we don't. I didn't.
So-
I had no idea.
Hold on.
So
Go
I
ahead,
think when you don't give details and it open up for more questions, it
Sure,
would be
that's
like
fine.
it would be like a professor or teacher grading something, and you wrote something basic down, and they're like, okay, well, you need to elaborate more. Where were you going with this? So they might give you a lower grade than someone who provided more details. So you said
Mhm.
waking up. So
Mhm.
Tanya kind of delved into the like waking up. Like it
Yeah,
got to
but
be more than that. It
it
got
was
to
the
be
way
more than that.
it was the way we call that a backhand compliment. It was the way she did it. She didn't ask any more questions. She
Wow.
started in with my definition, and
So
then she
you're
followed that up
projecting,
with
and I was
I
on her.
have people.
Kiki, let him talk.
I
I'm
have
trying to
people
put myself on mute.
Well,
that are
mute
eating,
it. Mute it.
I'm
et
trying
cetera.
to learn
This
this
is
shit.
what I'm trying to get her. And when she says she doesn't need any guidance, that let me know she's borderline arrogant. Now say what you want. I've never known
What
anybody
the
to
fuck? Hold
refuse.
on.
Kiki,
Stop.
Kiki,
I've
Kiki,
never known
stop
anyone
it.
to
Stop
refuse
it.
Okay.
Stop it.
She
information
said you
about
He said
Stop
you
it.
borderline
I
arrogant.
don't
that an
care. I'm not
individual is
concerned
trying
about
to
that.
give
I'm not
them.
concerned.
So if somebody's
Mute your
trying to
phone.
guide you in a
Mute
manner,
your phone.
why not listen?
Right.
That's my whole thing.
I'm listening. And so guess what? And so I will say that in response to this conversation had nothing to do with, nobody told, the only thing that I think we reference about education is me, David, and Takenia went to school together, college together.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
know your background, and
Mhm.
your background is not relevant. I don't care about your background because that's
Let
not
me ask
too.
you a question there. If
Wait,
my
can
background,
I say this? Can I wait? Can
no,
I say
I'll
this?
ask you a question so you can
Wait,
finish because
can I?
you'll
You can
understand.
ask me a question as soon as I finish, and I will
Okay.
understand. But I
Mhm.
want you to know that none of my comments was based on, I don't know your background, your
Mhm.
education.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
The only thing that matters on this conversation to me is that we're having a conversation. I'm having a conversation with someone that
Mhm.
is a colleague, a co-partner
Mhm.
of someone who is dear to me that I
Mhm.
happen to go to college with. I
Mhm.
don't know nothing about your educational background. And
Mhm.
guess what? Guess what? It doesn't even matter because
Mhm.
that's not what this is about. We
Mhm.
didn't come on here and give our credentials. You
Mhm.
don't, the only reason why you know half of what was stated is because
Mhm.
Kiki probably interjected, I was a nurse. None of that matters
Mhm.
because when you're dealing with humans and people, I don't care if you're a nurse. I don't care if you're the CEO. I don't care if you're the president of the United States. It doesn't matter when you're dealing with humans and you're having a conversation. So I don't care what your background is. I never knew. Now, Dave
Mhm.
might know.
Mhm.
Obviously, he does. Kiki
Mhm.
may know. I
I
don't
don't.
know. And
I
so
don't.
she never shared it with me. And so
Nope.
I don't care. So if your background is an issue or your stuff is an
Mhm.
issue, all I ask is that as women, and we can go back to the topic of the day, all
Mhm.
I ask is that if that's your issue, don't inject it on me because I don't know. I didn't ask you and I don't care. I'm having a conversation with friends. And so I don't care if you were the janitor or you were the CEO of Atrium Healthcare in North Carolina. Doesn't matter to me. We are having a friendly conversation and a discussion about things. And so
Mhm.
just because you have an education at a bachelor's, an associate, a bachelor's, a master's, or a PhD. You know what that tells me? You were able to follow the rules to get to the end. Because
Mhm.
I know people with a PhD that
She dropped
Oh,
off.
she shut off.
Yeah.
But what she
Yeah.
was saying is them people with
Mhm.
doctorates about dumb as sticks.
No,
So it
Shaughnessy.
does not
No,
mean
no,
a thing
hold on,
based on education.
Shaughnessy. I'm
Right.
well aware what she was going at.
Well, I'm
My-
her best friend.
Okay, but my point was this.
But I can say basically what she was saying.
Hold on.
But he's cutting me off.
I will only take 15 seconds. I understood what she was saying. I'm not averse to what she was saying. But if what she was saying is the case, then why did she ask Shaughnessy about her background?
She did not because you
She
brought
sure
it
did.
up to
She sure
you.
did.
You
She asked
no,
Shaughnessy,
sir.
what are you going to do?
Bring that funky track back. Bring that funky. So you know because you did because you.
I didn't speak to Shaughnessy.
No,
She asked Shaughnessy,
I think
what
I
do
had
you
led.
plan on doing?
I said Shaughnessy is in the healthcare profession.
Correct. And
Yeah, she
Tanya
did.
said what
Yeah.
she did.
Right.
So she
and she
said,
asked Shaughnessy,
So
what are you going to be doing?
So never before Tanya said anything.
yeah, she just said, she asked me what I did because he mentioned that I was in the healthcare field. Nothing else.
But
It wasn't
but
even in reference to the
but
conversation.
No,
Shauna,
no, but what I'm
what you
saying
don't
is
know,
this.
Shauna, is that she's not only a nurse, she's a freaking healthcare. She's an administrator for over 13 freaking 13 plus more years. She ain't ever tell you that either.
But what I'm saying is this. She never
See, no,
asked me
I'm
if,
talking to Shauna, but Shauna knows
okay.
like when the administrator is of a nurse home. And
Mhm.
so when I say that she went into every nursing home and tried to IJs and everything, she accomplished that for
I'm
13 or
no,
plus more years. So she needs her kudos. So
no,
because
there's
so
there's
what
something you
he
guys,
don't know is what I'm talking about. Is this the badass chick that was on the phone?
this is something you guys need to understand about me. I don't have any issues with her. I don't have any issues with anyone on this
Of
panel.
course, I
Hold
know
on,
you
hold
don't.
on.
I mean, yeah, you, yeah.
I always say we're here to further the conversation. So when this ends, I take this information and I use it to either grow or I discard it. I don't take any of these persons. And we always say this, and I certainly say this: we are not subject matter experts.
Right.
Anything we say here can be and is subject to review and correction. I am not above being corrected when I'm wrong, which is why I only speak about me. So when I hear something that's been put at my footsteps by people who trying to keep me down, I hear that. Whether she intended it or not is a different story, but that's what I hear, which is why I try to guide her away from that. Because when I hear that as a black man, that's the same stuff I've been hearing since I've been a kid. She doesn't hear, she's not aware of it. So when I say it, that's what I'm trying to get her to understand. So if you're not willing to listen, or anyone for that matter, then how can you know you're making a mistake? Just like she said about the word deal. When she said that, I took it in, I didn't fight it. She's fighting the notion.
Ooh-wee. We had one of these bomb burgers in a minute.
I'm
know, right?
I'm so exhausted about that.
Success
Because,
is subjective.
yeah,
Can
because
we leave it at that?
yeah, because
No,
that's totally not how Tanya is. Because guess what? She was.
Here go
I mean,
Big T. She
if
back.
it came from me, her, I would understand it and I respect that, but not because I don't have a good relationship with my dad.
Okay.
But however, if it came from Tanya, she had a loving, amazing relationship with her dad. So for you to perceive that, you need to rethink yourself, because that was
See, and see,
never,
here we go again. I'm
ever,
doing what I
ever,
need
ever.
to do.
See, so now you interjecting me when I'm trying to make a statement about
Because you're
Tanya.
telling me what I need to
No,
do.
you keep on over talking me,
My
and
phone
that's not right.
died. I missed it.
Right. But
I'm
what I can say,
back. I'm
Tanya,
back.
fall back. Tanya, fall back.
You
What I
got this
can
one?
say about my friend is that she had amazing. She is a daddy's girl. So
Okay.
when one thing,
Oh,
I
did
can't say,
somebody say I had
Tanya,
daddy
shut the
issues?
fuck up.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
God, Dave.
Shut up.
Dave,
I had
did
to tell my
Yeah,
somebody
friend
say I
that.
wow.
had daddy
Yeah,
Tanya,
issues?
shut up.
wow.
Okay.
What I can say about Tanya is that she had an amazing, wonderful relationship with her dad. And
Mhm.
see, so if you took anything she was trying to say to you, she was not attacking you. But I do know that she has a wonderful relationship with her father. And see, so unlike me, who she told me to shut up, and I did, because I don't. So whatever she was saying to you, it was out of love. It was not out of
But see,
disrespect.
this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Let me put it to you like this. Let's say my father standing to my right, and he's saying things to me that are detrimental to my emotional well-being, beyond a question. And then I have another guy standing to my left who I don't know is saying the same thing. Is what they're saying, not who they are, is what they're saying, both doing damage.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm trying to get her to understand is what she's saying that is damaging to a black man if he can't withstand it and stand up and fight for
Wait,
himself. No,
is
I'm
that?
not talking about her. I'm talking about what she was saying.
Are you talking about
Separate the
me?
two.
I'm back. Are you
Yes,
talking about me?
yes. Separate
Okay,
the two.
so oh
What
my
so,
God. Okay, so
what
can I
Separate the
exactly,
two and
Herb?
what was
Hold
said.
on. Wait,
so
Herb. What exactly was said that you feel is damaging?
The well, this goes all the way back to the
no
topic
wait,
of the show.
what
Hold on,
I
hold on,
said
hold on,
was damaging? What I
hold on.
said was damaging?
I want to hear what he heard from you.
Thank
Okay.
you. This goes all the way back to the beginning of the topic when we were talking about the fact that I don't sleep with women that can't conceive. She started going down about do you have medical records, this, and this, which is all fine, giving her perspective and what she does for work. I expect that. However, that invalidates the 20 some odd years I've been doing what I'm doing. So when I hear that, what I'm hearing is what you live isn't good enough. It's like JC said, we don't believe you. You need more people. She's saying you need paperwork. Well, hell, we all know, especially on the medical field, know that people like litigation, sometimes they undo themselves. I'm aware of that. And I'm a neophyte when it comes to this stuff. But at the same point in time, don't discredit what I've lived to try and make a point. And then it just took off from there.
Can I?
See,
Can
Oh,
I?
see,
so
So wait.
okay.
Oh, so wait.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I need to ask the question of what I missed because my phone died. Tell me.
You
Tell
didn't miss
me.
anything. Your friend was
No, yeah,
explaining to
yeah,
us
you
basically
didn't.
who you were as a person and how your statements weren't meant to be hurtful at all.
I would
Yeah.
But
never.
that was it.
I would never interact with someone in a conversation to intentionally hurt them or say things to them. I would ask questions to kind of further understand where they're coming from. So I guess I missed the part about when we first started the conversation and I was asking. I only said that because in my role, I take the Ronald Reagan approach. I trust but verify. I love
Mm-hmm.
my team. I have 175 staff members that work under me, and I
Mm-hmm.
get information every day. But everything that I hear, I don't believe. And I trust my
Mm-hmm.
people, but I
Mm-hmm.
verify
Mm-hmm.
because I
Mm-hmm.
get so much information every day that is inaccurate. And
Mm-hmm.
in order to run an organization, it's not mine. I don't run I don't own the building. I
Mm-hmm.
don't that's not my organization or nor my facility. But when I hear things, I say to my team, when they come to me and say, so and so said, or they said, and they said, I say, who is they? They who are they the aliens? Who is they? And let's get to the bottom of they, because they could be anybody. And in order to help educate, assist with understanding what's going on, they can be anybody. And so I don't believe in the days. The they say so and so. Well, if I believed in the days for me in my role, I can't go to the owner of the company and say, well, they said, because they're going to ask me for facts. And facts is who said it? Who said it? Who said it? You keep asking why 5 times, you get to the bottom of
No,
what
the
it
cat
is
jumped
that
down. He didn't
you're
fall,
saying.
Shaughnessy.
Oh.
Jumped down.
I see that. I see that. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, he runs up and down the couch. I'm sorry, dear. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh.
Wait, what? I missed it. Keep
Yeah, my
tell
cat,
me.
the couch that's leaning to camera right, I guess, or camera left.
Yes.
My cat climbs up there and he jumps down periodically. They
I
saw
thought
that.
I
They thought the
I
cat
thought
fell
he
and
Oh,
he
yeah.
jumped down.
man,
Oh,
I thought he
I
wanted
missed that.
out. I thought he wanted
It.
out.
I
see,
missed that. I missed that. Thank goodness. I
see,
missed it. Oh God, a cat.
I know where Tanya is going with this, and I think
He's fine.
as we all get older, and we have our roles in professional, and that becomes part of our life. So certain
Yeah.
things you enhance. So your level of questioning may be different to your friends, family members. Because I know for me, being in the counseling field, everybody wants to say, "Don't counsel me." I ain't counseling your ass. I'm just telling you, there's certain skill sets that I have now that my
Right.
level of questioning may be different. If you feel that
Right.
I'm counseling you, that's your own issue.
Sure. Yeah, I
So
agree.
I think Tanya is going to ask different questions that may have put you on the defense, but me knowing her personally, that wasn't her target, or that wasn't her goal. It's just to get more information, because in healthcare you got to get more information. In
You
education you got to get more information. You constantly got to get more information to make decisions, to make informed decisions. So
I agree.
that's how I took it.
And it is not to, I don't even know her. And her, I want you to be as successful
hold on.
as you.
Hold on. I'm not saying you do or you do not know me. That's why I gave the analogy with my potential father and the individual that doesn't know me. I'm separating you from what was said, whether it was a malicious intent or not. And I take you and David at face value as there was no malicious intent involved. However, just because there wasn't any intent doesn't mean that it can't be done. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Is sometimes when you're speaking to people in this type of setting, you have to set aside, even though it's probably difficult to nearly impossible, because that's who you are as a person. They birds. You have to be able to set that aside and objectively take some information somebody gives you and leave it at that.
So Herb, let me tell you something that rings to me that you said that. My mother is 80 years old. She was born in Margaret, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So certain people in certain environments, my entire family is blended interracially. And my mother, who is 80 years old, that was born in Margaret, Alabama, and understands what segregation and things were like. She says powerful things to me at certain moments that apparently I heard for years, but I didn't understand and relate. And so she says that relationships are intimate and they are one-on-one. She said that to me for years. Tanya, relationships are intimate and it's one-on-one. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I got my own opinion. I got my own. And she said that, I mean, for decades and decades. And it wasn't until probably with the past 5 years that she said it and a light bulb went off. And I said, oh my God, I know, being that our family is what it is, what she is saying to me is, you don't understand people until you talk to them one-on-one and you have that understanding. You can make the generalization, but until you talk to people and you understand, and you don't understand, that's why I say, okay, forget what Dave's saying, forget what Kiki's saying. I'm asking a question. I'm trying to understand. Because I don't know controversial conversations. I don't know the background because I came in and y'all were referencing things I don't even know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you. You had an opinion, and you and I disagreed on something. We had a conversation about it, and you started adding value.
Hold on. Let me interject. There was no disagreement.
It was.
Hold on. There was questions on your behalf because of your job and what you do. I understand that. What I'm simply
No. There were questions with your friends. No, your friends on here. I'm sorry, if you missed that one, it was questions on behalf. Dave and Kiki. Oh yeah, well, Dave didn't say that, but Kiki literally was kind of throwing things out there to make it more one-sided. And I wasn't in tune because I don't know about your conversation. Dave, I bought the book. I got it signed. I'm with you. I support you all day. But it was certain things out there. You might have been missing it, Herb, but I was right there. But I didn't know it in previous conversations. So I was asking to understand because my opinion of you and what you're saying was not relative to.
I think she's breaking up.
Yeah. So Kenya basically had based it on because she's in the counselor's corner. She may not participate every day, but she see what's going on. So she probably seen Herb, you rip somebody a new one that came for you. Yeah. So she formed the opinion based on that. Shaughnessy's aware of what's going on, what happens in the counselor's corner as well. So Tanya hasn't been in there. She knows about the book Cocktail Conversations.
Hold on.
But,
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me? Oh, and
Yeah,
so I was just asking. So nothing I would do, Herb. Nothing I would do. I'm just asking. Okay, let me back up. One more step, Dave. Let me just say this. I appreciate his success in having conversations about things that people don't ordinarily talk about. And because he brings that forth and people have a difference of opinion. You don't know me, Herb, from Madam Southgate. I don't know you. But I appreciate no. I appreciate what you have because I think that kind of enlightens us as a culture to understand. And so the conversation started out with a scenario, and we all added our opinions to
how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Right.
yeah. And in the midst of that, we kind of turned a little left and right
That's how it
to
goes.
say what we thought. And yeah, right. And Herb added some things. And so as a person like me to kind of join in to say, oh, okay, so I have these kind of questions. Hold on. Did y'all block Kiki or something? So
No,
for
she.
me
Kiki done
to
went to
kind-
bed.
Oh, I
Oh,
was gonna say
listen,
no. We
oh,
don't block
Lord.
people
So-
in here.
Yeah.
Kiki done went to bed. So for me to add into, the only way for me to understand is to ask additional questions.
Sure.
And I appreciate the fact that you are sharing this because it's that kind of format where you share things and it helps other people kind of understand other people. And so when we talked about success, that's your definition. Point blank period is Herb's. You own it. We can't do anything about it. If you ask Dave, his definition is going to be different. If you ask me, my definition is going to be different. It doesn't matter. I respect you as a person. I might add my opinion to hopefully open your eyes because sometimes we don't understand a different viewpoint unless somebody that we trust shares their viewpoint and you receive that in order to make changes. But it's just like an argument. An argument is only based on what? Your side, my side, and I want you to agree with me. Somebody else wants you to agree with them. And so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If people feel like they won the argument, it's only because they agreed with them. But if somebody else has been enlightened by something that they didn't know, didn't understand, it's a viewpoint. That's all it is. And so
Just for
I
the record, people, nobody ever wins an argument.
Yeah, I don't argue.
Well, people feel like they do win an argument.
No, people do feel like it, but I just want to confirm because if somebody ends up hurting the situation, and if you got some kind of hurt, you should feel some kind of bad about it. But we know that certain people don't give a damn. Like shit, I don't give a damn if they balled up in a fetal position. I won. But if you got some type of hurt, you may step back and say, "Damn, this is not
Right.
how I
So,
wanted it
but
to end."
why do people feel like they want arguments?
Because they're overly invested. They're overly. Let me put it to you like this. I say there's debates, discussions, and arguments. And this is not mine. This is part of this is coming from David's younger brother, Carlos. Discussions, debates are to find out what's right. Discussions are to find out who's right. And arguments are for fools. I don't do arguments. Now, I understand what people who might be coming to our platform for the first time might think this is. They might think this is a full-fledged argument. What this is, and I want people to be clear, is two people who are fervent in what they believe, having a spirited discussion.
Right.
Okay, so people understand that. She's not wrong. I'm not right. I'm not right. She's not wrong. What we have is people coming from different walks of life, walking down the aisle, sharing some information, which is what we try and do on this platform. And I gotta give David all the credit for that. His foresight
Yes.
and wherewithal to do this.
Yes.
Going back to courageous discussions. I am not averse to being questioned. I'm a black man in this country. So for me to be averse to being questioned is kind of an oxymoron. I'm questioned no matter where I go, no matter what I do. The only place I'm not questioned is in my house. Don't move my couch.
Yeah. Don't move your couch. The new series. Don't move his couch.
Don't move the couch. Oh gosh,
So when we
I
have
think
these
that's a whole
discussions, I
nother
want people to
chapter.
understand, listen to what's being said and not necessarily how it's being said. Because I love this woman. I don't know her. Okay? I love Shaughnessy, and I definitely love Dave. Dave is my adopted brother. We had different mothers, different fathers, different families. But anytime Dave comes home and comes to his family, he makes sure that I have an open invitation. He knows it. And I cannot say how much that means to me. I honestly can't. Because when my family gets together, he's in Baltimore. There's nothing more than I would love to be able to introduce him to my family, because I know he doesn't have the brothers like I do. I got, all my brothers still with me. My sister and my mother have transitioned, and that hurts, somewhat to say that.
Let me just say this, Herb. When you got a family function and you know what's coming in advance, let me know. I'll pull up. I will pull up.
Because there's a lot of us running around, man, and I would like nothing more than for you to meet like my family like that, man. Because we roll rock solid, no matter what the case is. And the funny thing about it is this: I have a brother who works in the mental health field. He has a master's in social work, and he also teaches at your alma mater.
You talking about Rick?
So, yeah. Oh, yeah,
I know Rick, yeah.
So, when we had these discussions, I'm not without somebody to balance and run stuff off of. I just generally don't, because I understand the perspective that he's come from. So, I'm not saying you, and I want to call you Kiki. What is your name, ma'am? David, what is your name?
Tanya.
Okay, Tanya. Because I got you mixed up because y'all on different sides. And I was able to tell one from the other because they had the what's the name of the screensaver. So that's how I was able to tell. And I was like, okay, when they dropped off, I was like, who's who and what's what? And I'm like, oh wow. So yeah, people.
What I'm laughing at is what's it, Jada talk about women don't move my couch. That's gonna be a whole new movement.
But no, but it's because I grew up in foster care, for the first portion of my life, at least till I was 16, I decided to run away. Then I said, look, when I get something, it's mine. Don't move it unless I give you permission. That's what that stems from. I'm not a stickler for a whole lot of things, but in my house, it's mine. I've worked hard.
If you said that to Shaughnessy, she gonna block your ass.
Shaughnessy too busy worried about it.
I only block one person. I have only blocked one person.
But now you see how he explained that. Now, Dave, tell me, that didn't come across. That came across more heartfelt with the understanding that
Herb,
was
you
a
gotta
little
peel
deeper
layers
than,
off like an onion. You gotta peel
yeah, yeah,
layers
yeah.
off.
When you say don't come to my house and don't move nothing, don't touch nothing, that approach sounds a whole lot different than
But see, and this is where we get off the track.
But well, hold on. But I think that is the catching point to pull people in. So oftentimes I use that
Yeah.
because people are like, wait a minute. So I take it as a master manipulator to say, let me run with this some more because I know people are like, wait a minute, especially women. Oh, I come over there, I can't do this, I can't do
I
that.
can't.
And that's where the
Right,
conversations begin.
right.
And that's where the
Barrier.
conversations begin.
Correct.
Hold on. I understand my role on this show, and I have no problem playing the bad guy.
And so I don't have a role. I'm just new and I'm just chit-chatting because it's David Glover. And I'm not going to tell you what I call him, but David
The
Glover.
undercover lover.
Yeah, David Glover, undercover lover. That was his name. Undercover lover. David Glover in college. David Glover, the undercover lover. For those that didn't know, he was David Glover. He probably still is. David Glover, the undercover lover. That was his name, Herb. Just saying. And I know that.
I didn't make it long enough to get a name.
I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. David Glover, the undercover lover.
And you know the funny thing about my tenure at Buff State, and I said this before, Shaughnessy was incredulous when I said it, is the first year that I was hanging out on campus, I didn't go to school. I just hung out on campus. I worked weekends and went up there and just chilled out with my boy and his roommate.
Yeah.
Best fun I ever had.
See, best times in your life, right?
Yeah.
Best times in your life.
I was like carefree. I had no responsibilities. I was living life, as they say.
Yeah, living the life. And what ownership did you put on your parents to, i.e., therefore, did your parents have to pay for student loans? Did they get that?
Yeah. You couldn't beat that, to be able to come up and hang with a couple boys, whatever.
Yeah.
They got their own rooms, whatever, and y'all going to parties, chilling, whatever, eating.
My mother.
That's life.
Hey, listen, those in hindsight, those rooms were smaller than the shed in your now owned property with a shed in the back, bigger than where you would park your riding lawnmower. Now knock it off. And we thought that was the good life. That was the good life back then.
Yeah, it was a good life.
This room right here is probably as big as my dorm room at Buff State.
Exactly. And you loved it, and you thought you was doing it, didn't you, Herb?
Well, you know, the thing about it was this. It was, I can't really say the first time in my life that I didn't have to answer to anybody, because when I was no, honestly,
it
when
was,
my mother
it was.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And I'll tell you why. Because when my mother put me out and I went to stay with my brother, I didn't have any rules that I had to adhere to. I could have stayed out till 2 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't, because there were things that I wanted to do. I like when I dropped out of high school at 16, I went back and graduated because that was in me. That was something that people put in me, you know, to always, and I always thank those people. You know, I always say the people, you know, who are responsible for my success, I stand on their shoulders. And this is why I always tell kids, you know, matter of fact, let me tell you the story. I'm walking home from the grocery store today. There's an older woman in a mechanized wheelchair walking with her, I'm going to say granddaughter. And she asked a granddaughter about homework. And she said, I don't have any homework. And she looked up, the lady looked up and said, you don't have any homework? She said, no. I said, young lady, let me ask you a question. I said, what grade are you in? She's 4th grade. I said, well, this question is probably going to be a bit beyond what you've learned in school so far, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I asked her what was 4 squared.
Yeah.
She said, I don't know. I said, all right, fair enough. I didn't expect you to. I said, what's 2 plus 2? She said, 4? I said, yeah. So what is 2 squared? She said, 4. I said, right. I said, you are never done learning in life. I said, that's your homework for tonight. Now you have some homework. And she looked like, that's not fair. You tricked me. So when I say I wake up with the opportunity to teach and learn. But I can't do any one of those if I don't wake up. That's the basis of my success.
So I see
That's
how
You
you
how I
see,
answer
circle.
yeah.
that question.
So
Yeah.
I see
So
how you circle back around to that, Herb, but I got
yeah.
a question.
So
I see
so
how
I
you
think
circle back around to that. I love that. But now my question is, if your bed, if the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and your headboard needs to face so that when the sun rises in the east and someone wants to help you with that, can they move the couch or the bed or the no?
Well, you
I'm
know
just
what? I'm gonna
I wanna
make it.
circle back
I'm
because
hold on.
that
I'm gonna
story
make
you
it.
told me, that story you just said was so heartfelt. Like you had
I'm gonna make
me.
it real easy. I'm gonna make it real easy for anybody that want to move a couch in my house. That couch that you're seeing right there weighs
Yeah.
about 200 pounds. If you want to move it, come on over. I'll give you my address.
Oh shoot! Okay,
Mind you, hold on. Mind you, you do not get any assistance from anyone or anything.
Oh, so you're not gonna be helpful, but you will allow it. That's a start. That's a start. Her, my man,
so she brought her team. As if she brought her team, could they move it?
Yeah, yeah, that's what he
See,
said.
you
won't get
dealing
no
with a
No,
assistance.
handicap. Yeah,
no.
that's a handicap
Hold on.
situation.
No, I said you get no assistance, and
Yeah.
nobody can help you. That's what I said.
Okay. So, but if she moved
Because
it
when
by
I move it, I don't
herself,
get any
you'll be
assistance.
okay with it.
Say it again.
You said she won't get no assistance, but
Mhm.
you're not averse to her moving it. That's
If
what I heard.
if
But
she
she got to
can
move
move
it
that
by
couch,
herself.
But
thank
she
you.
got to do it by herself.
if she can move,
See,
if she can move that,
send
if she can
somebody up.
move that couch by herself,
Okay. So
I'm gonna
if she
take your
can
advice and
move
start
it,
asking for medical records because that's a goddamn man.
if she can move it, you said, okay, hold on. You said if she can move it by herself,
Uh-huh.
you are not averse to her moving it. That's
Just
what
No,
I
but
gotta
I'm
heard.
move
going,
it.
but
Just
I'm
gotta
going
move
to
that
have
shit when you at work and she got somebody else to help her. That's all.
because I was gonna say I'm gonna take your advice and ask some medical records because I'm gonna think she a man.
Oh my God. So what would you think of a woman that
So
changed
now you're
spark
saying a
plugs?
woman can't lift 200 pounds?
Yeah, what would you say about a woman that
See,
changed spark
see.
plugs?
Hold on. That couch.
Yes.
I'm not talking about 200 pounds. In order for any individual, myself included, to move that couch, you got to be willing to put in some goddamn work.
Okay, so, but you said the question was, she just said, so you think a woman can't move that? No. Don't try to sidestep now.
And I just said, for anyone, myself included, to move that, you have to be willing to put in some work. If she's willing to put in, if she's willing to put in
Yes,
some,
go ahead. I got you, hon.
if
Go
she's
ahead,
willing to put in
darling.
some work by herself, then I'm asking for paperwork because she's not a man.
That's not true though.
You know what, Shaughnessy? I'll give you my address. Come prove it.
She could put that on her
Period. I
back
can
and that
lift
thing be
200.
thinking, huh, Sandra?
I could.
Shaughnessy,
I
that
can
thing
lift
be thinking.
200.
Just let it sit on your back.
I know for sure I can lift 200.
But see,
I've done it before.
Hold on.
I'm with you. Go ahead,
Hold
dear.
on.
You got it.
Hold on. Lifting 200 pounds and moving that, not the same thing. Because I know people who can bench press 250, 300 pounds, and they will have a devil of a time moving that. That's my point.
All you gotta do is use a little leg work.
Okay.
No, don't tell him the secret because he just said it. So he needs medical records, he said, because he thinks it's a man. And so you can use gliders on Amazon.
No.
Well, he said no. He said no assistive devices, but what I'm saying is, I already got a strategy. I see it right now. I already know my strategy.
Yeah. What you got? Are we talking about it or that's offline?
No, we're still online. Dave just popped off for a moment. He'll be back.
Oh yeah. I already got my strategy.
Oh, hey.
That thing gonna get moved.
Okay.
It's gonna get moved because if we want it to be moved,
where are you going to move it to?
I don't know. I don't know the outline of the room. But I'm gonna tell you, I have my strategies. I have moved heavy furniture before, and I have a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I know when to use my legs, and I know when to push. I know not to pull.
Mm-hmm.
And I know with all those fails, you sit on your butt and you use your leg strength to push that thing the way you want to go.
No.
All about techniques. That's
No.
it. It's all about techniques. Yeah.
I concur, but there's a particular reason why that is leaning up against the wall.
What the one of the legs broke?
No, that's because there is no place for it.
Is what?
There's no place for it. That's
okay.
I have another one. That's right here.
We'll find a place for everything now.
Well, eventually it's going to be discarded, but I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to give it to military consignment center because it's in perfectly good condition.
So guess what? If a woman wants it moved, she would use sliders. She would call and have it picked up by the
hello.
agencies.
Hello. That's why you keep them in the back pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a whole moving team.
I'm aware of that, but that was why that was one of the stipulations. Because if I gave a woman carte blanche to move one thing, guess what else she's gonna want to do?
Move another. You right.
You.
Absolutely. I'm gonna change that whole room around.
My mama said don't start none one. My mama said don't start none won't be none. So if you want to know where it came from, that's where it came from. Don't start moving. Won't have to worry about nobody trying to move. There ain't no inches. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all in the medical field. There ain't no milliliters or centiliters being moved in this house.
See, you gotta hold on.
What's the next topic? Because you know,
we heading into the closing comments.
Oh
segment.
my gosh, yes, because it is 12 a.m. already.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
To the next topic. This is love it.
No, that's it.
It's 12. It's 12 a.m.
Since the last time you've been there, so we only do one. Yeah, because we usually have time for one.
But I also didn't realize the time.
Oh no, yeah, I knew it was.
See, and that's the power of having informed conversations that we get away from. That we just chopped it up for 3 hours that fast. But a lot of times we just text and don't have conversations, don't get together. And I think Herb led off with having that ability to get with family and have conversations. It's invaluable. That it needs to happen more often. This time just flew by, and we got different understandings. It was a lot of turmoil here and there, but at the end, came to good terms that got a little understanding, and that's what it's all about. But sometimes people just be searching for more information, so you just never know what you're gonna get called out and get questioned about when you say things. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Either you gonna hold up or fold up.
Oh, hold up and fold up. Let me write that down. Hold on.
That's old school.
Hold up and fold up. And so I want her to know I didn't come in here with any
boo-boo.
Tanya,
if you're doing it for yourself, I understand, but you do not need to apologize to me. We are two grown adults, two rational adults with our opinions, and we share.
I didn't apologize. I wasn't apologizing.
Okay, all right.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying.
I just wanted you to know.
That's all.
There's no harm in that. Well, I wanted you to know, and I wanted, more importantly, Dave to know that I enjoyed this conversation. And it's been prior to the pandemic, I hadn't joined in on the conversation, but having a conversation because you understand a lot more. And I think having the additional insight and conversation, we learn more from each other when we talk. And I, at my age and generation, we've gotten away from that, having conversations to understand. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys taking time. Dave, I appreciate and love the fact that you are doing this to embrace people talking and bringing forth issues or conversations or questions or scenarios that we wouldn't ordinarily have an opportunity to discuss. And so I appreciate that, always and forever, I support you. Herb
Always
supports you.
love.
Kiki, I think Kiki disconnected.
Kiki.
Trying to say, I appreciate that.
Always
And
and
so
forever.
I know, right? And I love that.
I'm with you.
Oh
Stop.
wait, so this is the
Stop.
end of the is this the end of the conversation where
Well, we
Herb
usually
leaves?
end with closing comments
Okay,
on
yeah,
for the
yeah,
audience,
yeah,
something
yeah.
that we our takeaways from the broadcast. But again, Tanya, you're always welcome to join. I will keep you in the loop
Oh,
as far as the different topics, because I know you used to listen to when we used to do the blog talk. Now that
yeah,
tells you how things have integrated. Where we used to
yeah,
just be on the telephone
right,
and just be
right,
chopping it up, whatever.
right,
But
right,
it was good
right.
times. It was good times then with
Yeah,
the characters then. So it's all good.
yes, yes, and I appreciate that. And I'm putting it on my calendar so I can engage because it's important, and I'm here to support.
We
And like I
appreciate it.
always say, it's nothing better to instead of being there is to always integrate it and have it in person. That you
Mm.
have an audience and you're sitting there with a panel and people out having their cocktails and their appetizers, and we face to face.
Yeah.
That's always gonna be the ultimate goal. And we done had a couple of those, and they've been dynamic. The conversations and the memories, the business needs, and all of that stuff. Whatever. That's a whole nother subject matter. But so that's the whole push, anyways, to move it to face to have these conversations again.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Awesome. Awesome.
So who would like to give their closing comment? I know Shaughnessy, you came in toward the end, but I know you're a wealth of
Success
knowledge, and you.
is subjective. That's it. That's all. It is individualized based on you and what you want for your life. Have at it.
All right. Okay.
I will go next. We started out talking about a man who finds himself in the unfortunate situation of possibly having to shoulder the load for a blended family. I always talk about 100 questions. And I asked this question before, and some people never really clue in as to why I asked this question. I always ask, what is the most important question that is not asked on a date? And it's the one that people are afraid to ask. Never leave any question unasked. If you want to know, ask. You can either answer it or they can decline to answer it. And if they decline to answer it, chances are it's because it's going to reveal something that they may not be ready to share with you. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you need to pay attention to that because that could be a sign of something bigger to come down the road. So always ask questions. Make sure they're poignant questions. And if you don't get the answer that you want, ask a follow-up question. Be cordial about it. Don't be pushy. And if they don't ask, then you probably want to exit. All right? And as always, growth and understanding occurs in the gray area. Godspeed. See you next time.
Appreciate it. Appreciate yours too, Shaughnessy. T, what's your closing comment?
Who was that?
Oh,
You, Tanya.
Oh,
Your closing
so
comment.
my closing comment is, and it kind of sidesteps to her. Ask the questions. And so things are deep. The question that was posed and the scenario related to he's in a relationship, he's in a partnership, he's in a business agreement that is certain questions that we have that we don't have the answers to, and only he knows. And so, what's going to be right for him and what works for him in his lifestyle, he knows. And so, we gave all the possible what ifs and what was the scenario, but he knows what works for him. And so, ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, what works for a person, as Shaughnessy say, is things are subjective and it's based on a person. And only that person can provide the answers, and only that person knows what they need in life. And so, in having a conversation about it, we can provide our input, have a conversation in fun and lightheartedness without judgment. But at the end of the day, he knows what needs to happen. He knows what's going to be in the best for him. And no offense to Herb in terms of happiness, because we're not going to use the word happy, but he knows what he needs in his life to make him content in order to move forward. And so we're here to discuss and support all situations because that's what life's about.
All right. Appreciate that. And for me, it's always love, people, at the end of the day. And again, I always saw the bigger picture to have these conversations because I know that we all had our experiences and grew up from different, maybe similar socioeconomic statuses, but different parts of the world. But at the end of the day, we learn and grow from each other. So nobody has the one fit all model that is always correct. I'm sure we all learned something different tonight on this broadcast. And that's the whole thing, to keep on learning and keep on growing. You don't have to be paying out tuition to learn and to grow from people. It's just getting together with different individuals, coming on and sharing your experiences, and to say, hey, let me fall back and let me think about it. That was deep what Herb said. That was deep what Tanya said, what Kiki said, what Shaughnessy said. I'm going to process that and move forward. But when you keep, we made reference to that before, when you keep doing what you're doing and you keep getting the same results, that shit is insanity. And a lot of times we living in a world of insanity because people have the same circle, getting the same bad information, and keep doing the same thing, and they expect to change. Oh, no, they go to church on Sundays and think that something's going to change on Monday. Get the fuck out of Dodge. But, excuse my language, y'all know how I do. But that's just the truth of it. Just be open to connect and hear other people's ideas, and you're going to be challenged. You're going to be questioned. Deal with it. Either you hold up or you fold up. With that said, we out. On to the next one. Tanya, I'm gonna invite you to the counselor's corner. You ain't got to say nothing. You could just read some of the comments and it's good entertainment. Like the fuck, like.
Yeah. I'll just send me the invite.
Yeah, I'm about to do it now. I'm about to invite you to the group, and you'll just see some of the stuff that's said. Because part of the things is, and like I tell people,
entertainment is an understatement.
Yeah, I tell people, not everybody think alike. So they say, who are these guys that come in here? These are the way that they think. So it's letting you know that people think different than from other people, from what you're used to. Yeah. So now you open your eyes like, oh, I know that was coming. I've heard people say this. This ain't no fairy tale, and I tell people, this ain't Disney Channel and the counselor's going, this some real shit, whatever. You can't handle it, then drop out, or keep strolling. That's the way it is. All right, good people. I'm in a good mood because I found out I knew earlier that I got a 2-hour delay tomorrow. So we got some fake snow coming. So I ain't got to be to work closer to 10. So I'm all good.
I got to be there until 11. So mother was messing with me, man.
What'd you say?
The mother 2 days ago it was close to 50 some odd degrees. Now we back down to mid 20s.
You already knew at Niagara Falls and Buffalo that it was gonna get like that. Stop playing, whatever.
Man, come on.
I'm over here complaining about 50-degree weather.
Yeah, 50-degree weather. That's beautiful at this time.
I know, but it was supposed to be 60 this week.
Oh wow!
They lied.
60 and
the high was 58 today. They lied.
What's the weather down there?
Virginia Beach.
Oh, yeah. And her, where are you?
I'm in Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, yes.
So what's the weather in the Carolinas, Tanya?
Okay.
It was 69 a day, but it felt like 40 or
The
30.
wind, right? It was windy.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
No sunshine. It was horrible. It was horrible. But it was
Yeah,
supposed to be 60.
I'm an hour away from North Carolina, actually.
Okay.
Oh,
You're that close to
Virginia Beach, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
I'm really close to like Moyock, Elizabeth City, Outer
yes.
Banks.
Oh my God. Yes. My favorite places.
Well, I'll certainly be down Davis Way this coming baseball season because I got to catch my Yankees down there at Beemore, and I know he's there. I got family down there too, so yeah.
Y'all know I be sliding to Baltimore, but
Yeah.
a lot of times I be sneaking.
That's a whole nother conversation, and that's what you don't know, Tanya. Shaughnessy got some shit with her.
I know, right? So, Dave, you do these conversations, so you go to different areas. So you'll come down to North Carolina. I remember, gosh, it seemed like eons ago. You were here in North Carolina doing the controversial conversation. So you'll be back down in this area.
No, I haven't. I haven't been on the road. That I always said that I wanted to make movements that we take it on the road. And
I'm game for that.
All right,
that's been my thing.
Dave, come on down to Carolinas. The key is under the mat.
You said that before. Give us an invite. Give us an invite and let us know. We can book something.
What are you talking about? It's open. It's
no,
open.
we got to have an audience. You got to have some people that's gonna pull up.
Okay, I'll work on that. Let me work on that. I got you. I got you.
All right.
Well, this was awesome.
Oh, we every Monday night well, I'm gonna say every Monday night. Sometimes it don't happen, but most Monday nights we here, and this is what we do. And I'm gonna give you the invite to the counselor's corner. You can kind of skim through some of that information, but so always love people. I appreciate you all, and we're gonna keep pushing forward and keep having these conversations, no matter what anybody think.
You better know it hurt, Shaughnessy.
Everybody have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, love y'all all.
All right.
All right. Him and that damn couch. I'm gonna move that shit next time I come to Niagara Falls.
Me too. I know. Me too, Dave. Let me know when you're coming. I'm bringing my sliders.
All right, y'all. Y'all be good.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Too, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Shaughnessy. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.